everybody, and welcome back to Crime in Sports.
Yay!
Oh, yay indeed, Jimmy. Yay indeed. My name is James Pietragallo. I'm here with my co-host.
I'm Jimmie Whisman.
Thank you, folks, so much for joining us today on another edition of Crime in Sports. Hope you enjoyed the series on Randall Woodfield, 7-parter, in case you missed it there. Check that out. I know a lot of people were waiting till the end to go back and listen, which is nice. It completely screws up our...
Thoughtful. I understand what it does for you.
We're going to have to stop doing the series, though, if you guys keep doing that. Like, I get it, and it's nice that you want it all, but if the way business works in a podcast is if you don't listen till 7 weeks after it came out, it's if you didn't listen at all, because the advertising and all that goes based on the first, 30 days and 7 days. So we're going to have to stop doing that, essentially. We're going to have to stop with the multi-parters, even though they're really good and we like them, and that'll keep the show going forever. Yeah. If we can't make, if we can't make a business out of it, it's pointless. So thanks for listening to those in whatever order and whatever time amount you listen to them in. We do appreciate you listening to them. But please just start from one and go wait till the next week. It really helps out. I know I like to binge. I'm the same way, but if you like shows to be around to binge, then you got to actually...
It's got to happen.
You got to do those things. So quickly, we will get to this. First of all, got to go to the website, shutupandgivememurder.com. That's one thing you go to. Go there, hang out with us over there, and get your tickets for live shows for Small Town Murder as well. We have got a few shows open for the fall. Seattle, you can get some tickets. Philly, you can get some tickets. And, I think D.C., I don't know. We'll see what happens with D.C. Because, we'll see if we end up. Well, we'll see if we end up there in December or not. So,
yeah.
I'm telling you, shit has consequences, and that might be
crazy. Yeah.
Yep. So there you go. Anyway, there's that. We're starting off hot here today. And then patreon.com/crimeinsports is where you get all the bonus material. Anybody $5 a month or above, you're going to get whole shitloads of stuff here.
Much stuff,
lots of stuff. Hundreds of bonus episodes you've never heard of. Ever in your life. Now you're going to get to hear them all at once. You can actually binge all of those all at once.
Yes.
And then you can also get new ones every other week. One Crime in Sports, one Small Town Murder. This week, what you're going to get for Crime in Sports, we are going to do some more amusement park disasters, and we're going to mix it in with some more industrial disasters that we have.
Great.
So it's going to be kind of a disaster potpourri, everybody. That'll be fun. And then for Small Town Murder, it's prisoner dating game time again.
Oh, yeah.
We take 4 women, 4 men. Only thing they have in common is that they're all incarcerated for violent felonies, and we are going to line them up, bachelors and bachelorettes, and let Jimmie pick one of each. And the only thing he's going to have to go on is the things that their description of themselves.
Right.
Not going to know what they look like.
What do they present? Not
going to know, obviously, what they've done. And that's the fun part, is to see if Jimmie picked the pedophile or not. So that's good times. We will get to that. Patreon.com/crimeinsports. And you get all our shows, Crime in Sports, Your Stupid Opinions, and Small Town Murder, all ad-free.
Ad-free.
On Patreon as well. Yep. And you get a shout-out at the end of the show. I don't know what more we can do for you, but that's what we got. There you go. So that said, let's get right into this. We have got a boxer this week. So we're breaking away from the murdering sort of football player of Randall Woodfield, because he played for about 10 minutes. This guy, though, very interesting career and weird life and just interesting. Henry Tillman. You ever heard of him?
No.
I believe you've seen him fight, I bet. Okay. Actually, you just don't remember him because he fought Tyson in the time. Oh. Yeah, he fought Tyson at a time when he was kind of not a big name. This guy wasn't a big name, so it might have been one of those Tyson fights you don't register, but you saw on HBO or whatever, one of those deals from the late 80s.
How old? How long? Oh, late 80s?
Late 80s, yeah, one of those. When you're a kid, all the, whatever. This is Henry Durand is his middle name, D-U-R-A-N-D, Durand Tillman. He's born August 1st, 1960, so he's got a birthday here, just passed. He is from South Central L.A. He is from a tough area, and we'll talk about that, too.
In a tough time, damn.
Him coming up, that was right when it was all happening there, all the bad shit, so that's... not a great time to grow up in that area. He's a big guy, going to be 6'3", big heavyweight fighter in the end here. He's a cruiserweight for a while, then heavyweight. He's an Olympian. We'll talk all about him here. Here we go. His mom's name is Billy, i.e. Billy, and his dad's name is Henry Duran Tillman Sr. He's a junior, everybody. I just wanted to hide the junior.
They always come through.
Hide the queen, follow the queen. I hid the junior queen for a minute there. So early on here, a little bit about his early life from a newspaper article. He grew up around 89th Street and Central Avenue in South Central. And he said that a lot of his friends, quote, had a notorious name throughout the neighborhood as, quote, guys who didn't take no crap from nobody.
Didn't take no crap from nobody.
No crap from nobody. That's a real old-timey term.
Yeah.
Not taking no crap from nobody. That sounds good. He, as a child, he has all sorts of legal troubles. I mean, this is, later on when they pop up, people are going, oh my God, what happened to him? And it's like, he had these. This is just a continuation.
It's been running, yeah.
Yeah, well, he's a teenager. He's convicted and goes to jail a couple of times for selling drugs, grand theft, battery. He ends up getting a 4-year sentence in the California Youth Authority for armed robbery.
Dang.
Yeah. He says it was an attempt to defend himself in a fight over a crooked dice game. Which does not make it better, by the way.
So now you've robbed gamblers.
Yeah, it's armed robbery. But he was like, listen, I have a perfectly valid excuse. Listen, I was illegally gambling.
Yeah.
And
I lost.
And I lost, so I pulled a gun on somebody to try to get my money back.
Yeah.
You know, it's perfectly reasonable, right? That's normal. Anybody does that. That's all law-abiding. So he is having, obviously, he hasn't boxed a one fucking jab yet. This is before he's in prison. So, I mean, it's a different type. Sometimes we get the guys who start when they're 5.
Sure.
Like Eamon McGee, our last boxer, and, you know, had all those problems but kept boxing through it. This guy kind of went to boxing as some way out, basically, of all of this. That was his thing, is what Henry did here. He
means to an end.
A means to any end other than prison for the rest of his life, kind of.
Right.
I mean, this was
fair.
This was back in the day of, I mean, it happens now, too, in a lot of, kind of third world countries. You get people who fight their way out, basically, and that's kind of what he was doing, and this was a common thing. He was fighting his way out of a shit situation, basically.
Sure.
He meets a guy named Mercer Smith, and they call him Smitty. He meets him at the CYA Youth Training School in Chino. So this is the California Youth Authority. It's basically in the prison system.
Wow.
Is where he meets him. And this guy's a retired featherweight boxer. He's only 5'3".
Yeah.
Little tiny guy. But Henry just listens to everything he says.
Oh.
And he ran the boxing program at Chino. And apparently that was like it took a lot of discipline. A lot of the kids in jail aren't real disciplined kids. Right. They've never had that. They've had, absent parents, things like that. So some of the kids take very well to the discipline and some of the kids don't take very well to the discipline. But Henry was a guy who seemed to want it and crave it and look for it.
Thrives on it, yeah.
Kind of thrives on some form of guidance is what it is. Just something. Don't ignore me type of deal. And this guy, Smitty, said that Tillman he had fast hands. And when you get knocked down, he'd get right back up again and wasn't scared to go back in and fight. So that's kind of all you really need in a boxer is a willingness to get punched in the face and decently fast hands and the balls to get back up after you've been punched in the face.
It's just the game. It's throw hands and defend them.
And you can see exactly because it's like a lot of guys, you knock them down, they don't want to get back up and fight anymore. And that's not a boxer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's you can tell right away. So from September 1981 to December 1982, he's going to be in prison for a minute here. And we'll find out why and more about that later. But his starts his amateur career when he gets out in December of 82. He gets out and immediately starts fighting amateur fights. December 12th, 82, he fights a guy named Howard Lake. And it goes all 3 rounds, 3-round exhibition fights here. This is in Indianapolis. So he's allowed to leave the state of California. Yeah. That's a good sign. Yeah. This guy's 2-2 coming into his amateur career. And our Henry wins this fight on points in 3 rounds. So it is 1-0 now. He's an undefeated amateur fighter.
Boy, yeah.
Next up, 3 days later, he fights again.
3 days?
3 days later.
So there was no game tape to watch. This is just
no.
willy-nilly. Here's a guy
82.
that throws hands too. Yeah.
Yep, it's 82, and it's amateur, so everybody's got headgear on and shit. So it's a different. They have tournaments where guys fight 3 times in a day in amateur competition. So it's a different thing. You're not getting the same amount of head trauma, so that's probably good. So he fights Mark Mahone, who's 6-4 coming into this. And this is the 1982 U.S. Amateur Boxing Championship quarterfinal. Yes. So he's trying to be the amateur. And he loses on points, Henry does, in the 3rd round, which you can never look at a fighter's amateur record as any indication of what they're going to do. I mean, if they're like 2-40, then yeah, they're probably shitty. But you'll get guys who are undefeated for years in the pro ranks that lose 10 amateur fights just on points. They're short fights, and being a good amateur does not translate to being a good professional. And those things it's kind of like being a great college football quarterback. It doesn't mean you're going to be a good NFL quarterback at all. You could be Tim Tebow all day. You know, that's a thing. Yeah. So he loses. He's 1-1 now. Next up, in some USA versus Soviet Union duel meet. 83. This is some Rocky IV shit here. He fights Alexander Yagobkin. Yep. Okay, he's 12-4 coming in to this, and Henry loses on points again. Okay. Goes all 3 rounds, he loses on points. April 9th, 1983, he fights, wow, that's some kind of name. This is a Cuba versus USA meet, and it's Hermenegildo Baez Limes he fights.
Hermenegildo?
Hermenegildo.
Gildo.
Hermenegildo. That's a name. Hermenegildo. Hermenegildo. I don't know. He's 11-6 coming in, and he's from Cuba. This fight takes place in Havana, actually.
Really?
And it goes all 3 rounds, and Henry loses again.
Okay.
So
is he going to win again?
He's 1-3. Well, he's losing on points to more experienced fighters, which makes sense. But yeah, he's not starting out really in a blaze of glory here that we could track to career success. But June 25th, 83, he fights Hank Milligan, who's 15-3 coming in, and this is the U.S. National Sports Festival heavyweight semifinal, and he wins this fight in the 2nd round. Yeah. And so he's 2-3 now. And in the finals of that event, 3 days later, he fights Richard Johnson, who's yes, he went by Dick Johnson is a man. Dick here. He's 7-3 coming in, and Henry wins on points.
Great.
So he's 3-3, but I think he won this championship, U.S. National Sports Festival.
His dick. That's nice.
That's it. He fights Al Chico Evans. I don't know why you'd want to call yourself Chico as a adult.
Is that little boy? Is that what
it means?
That is?
Boy. Yeah, it's boy. Right. Yeah. Al Boy Evans. What the hell does that mean?
Maybe he's from Chico.
Well, maybe. Maybe if he was like, I've seen Golden Boy, that's Oscar De La Hoya.
Sure,
but that's something before the Chico. I don't know. Yeah. So old Chico Evans here is 10-6. And this is at the U.S. Pan American Games box offs. So I guess to see who gets into the games. And Henry wins. So he's 4-3 now. Next up, he fights a guy named Virgilio Frias. And this is the semifinals of the Pan American Games. The guy he's fighting is 0-1 as an amateur. So I don't know how he got to the semifinals of anything. He's never won a fight. It's weird. This is a majority decision here that he wins, that Henry wins, making him 5-3 now. Next up, wow, this is 2 days later, he fights Aurelio El Toyo Perez. Old El Toyo here.
The toy.
1-0 coming in. And, it was the same time that the movie came out with Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
So
is that the toy? It's got to be, right?
I have no idea. I don't know.
I'd assume.
I'm not sure about Toyo in Spanish. So this is the finals of the Pan American Games, and Henry's going to lose a majority draw here.
Oh, dang it.
So, yeah. So he's 5-4, but he made it to the finals of the Pan American Games. Not bad.
And he's got a winning record. That's not bad.
Yeah, 5-4. Next up, he fights October 1st, 83. He fights Dion Kirilov, who is 0-1 coming in. This is a USA versus Bulgaria dual meet. Taking place in Rapid City. I believe South Dakota, maybe, possibly. The Rushmore Plaza Civic Center.
That probably, yeah.
Yeah. This is a unanimous decision loss here.
Oh, dang.
In these are all 3-round fights. So now he's 5-5. Next up, Hank Milligan's up again.
Hell yeah.
15-4 now coming into this. This is in Colorado Springs, the U.S. Amateur Championships at 201 pounds, and he loses to Hank Milligan on points.
Uh-oh.
So he's 5-6 now. Not good. November 29th, 83. This is, 3 weeks after the Hank Milligan fight. He fights Willie DeWitt, who's 9-4 coming in. This is the USA versus Canada/Great Britain meet, and this is in Reno. And he gets knocked out in the first round, Henry does.
Knocked out
in an amateur fight in the first round. I don't know how the fuck that happened. Yeah, I don't know if it's Reno. Maybe he threw it.
That's why.
Maybe it's some gambler got to him and he threw it or some shit. That's all I can imagine. That seems ridiculous. Jesus. So he doesn't fight again till April of 84. That was November of 83. And he fights Willie DeWitt again, makes it the distance this time, but loses on points.
Okay.
So he's 5-8 right now.
Not great.
Not terrific.
No.
April 16th, 84, 3 days later, he fights Keith Suddeth, who's 1-1 coming in. This is at the Kiel Auditorium in St. Louis, where they used to have a lot of wrestling back in the day. This is the 84 U.S. National Golden Gloves Tournament of Champions heavyweight division preliminary bout. And Henry wins it in the first round. The guy doesn't come back out for the second round.
Whoops.
Whoopsie daisy. 2 days later, he fights James Pritchard, who's 1-0 coming in, and this is the second round of the National Golden Gloves Tournament of Champions. And Henry wins this fight on points, goes all 3 rounds. So it's 7-8 now. The next day, he fights Terry. There's a lot of fights in a week, man. The 13th, the 16th, the 18th, the 19th now. He's fighting. But
how are you going to go pro when you're winning? You're not winning more than you're losing.
That's fucking interesting. Next up, he fights Terry Anderson. It doesn't really. I would think your family'd go. So what are you
doing?
What are you going to do with your life after you're done amateur boxing? You're going to get a job So this is at the Kiel still quarterfinals of the Golden Gloves tournament. Terry Anderson, who's 8-3, coming in, and this is a unanimous decision win for Henry. So he's 8-8. Okay. Next up, he fights Jonathan Littles in the semifinal, and this is a fight that doesn't take place.
Oh,
something happens and it's called. I don't know if it happened during the fight. I'm not sure, but it got called as a no decision for anybody. I don't know what happened there. So next up, June 8th, 1984, he fights Olean Baby Alexander, who's 12-4 coming in, and this is the U.S. Olympic Trials heavyweight quarterfinal. And Henry wins on points. So he's 9-8 now. June 9th, 84, the next day, he fights James Pritchard.
Tomorrow.
Again.
He fought again. Jesus.
Wait till you hear the next fight he's got to fight the next day. So Pritch is 2-1. This is in Fort Worth, the semifinals here. Henry wins on points. Next up, June 10th, the very next day, June 8th, 9th, and 10th, he fights Mike fucking Tyson.
Right now,
after you fought the last 2 days, and now you got Mike Tyson across from you. And granted, this is like a 16-year-old Mike Tyson, but that doesn't matter. He was a killer back then.
In 3 years, he's a murderer.
He's 18-2 coming into this fight, Tyson, too. So he hasn't. This fight is a unanimous decision, goes all 3 rounds. This is the U.S. Olympic Trials finals here. And Henry wins.
He beat Mike Tyson.
He beat Mike fucking Tyson.
The Michael Tyson.
In a unanimous decision. He actually won. So he's going to get to go. Then, because Tyson was kind of a highly touted guy, they have a box-off where they have at Caesar's Palace in Vegas. This is July 6th, 84. So go get yourself together for a few weeks and come back. This is the United States Boxing Olympic box-offs, the heavyweight division. He fights Tyson again this day and beats him again. He beat Mike Tyson.
Is his bitch.
He beat him twice in less than a month. Think about that.
Unbelievable. Nobody's done that.
Nope, this is Tyson's. At that point, Tyson will be 18-4, and 2 of his losses are against Henry Tillman.
The same guy.
The same fucking guy. So Tyson must hate him.
Loathes him.
I'm going to say it now. Grace for Henry
gotta
Tillman.
be.
You just beat Mike Tyson twice in a month back in the 80s when he was killing people.
That's very impressive.
Absolutely. So July 29th, 1984, they're talking about Henry Tillman drawing a first-round bye in the 201-pound class of the Olympic boxing tournament. He'll fight against Marvin Perez of Bolivia, and so that's what they're saying. He just gets a first-round bye. Yeah. So back to his past a little bit. Okay. Here we go. By the way, at this point, he's back east a lot, too.
Really?
This newspaper article talks about you've seen him on a street corner in Boston's Roxbury section, or in the South Bronx, or Overton or Watts with a few of his friends, passing a joint, skidding a pair of dice off a tenement stoop. Okay. This is how the intro to an Olympic boxer. You've probably seen him from the other end of the block, a big kid in a sleeveless black T-shirt, and you've probably decided to cross the street and walk on the other side because you know that if you keep walking on his side, you're going to meet his eyes, and his eyes are going to tell you that this particular piece of pavement belongs to no one but him and his friends. A block later, you might have turned around just to see what you'd missed, and chances are you saw a police cruiser pulling up on the corner talking to Henry and his friends. And Henry was probably shrugging his shoulders, saying, "What did I do? What's the problem?" Mm-hmm. You might have noted, even from the other side of the street, that he had a remarkably gentle face for a street corner kid, but he was still a street corner kid, a big one. Now, boxer Henry Tillman is the only inner-city Los Angeles Olympian at this Olympic competition that will begin today. Talks about his days on the corner of Fremont and Avalon in a tone of almost fond reminiscence. Okay. Mm-hmm. He says, they go on to say, the hardest part, Henry Tillman has to laugh, a small rumble like a tremor from somewhere deep within a heavyweight's body. But there was nothing funny about what he was recalling. 18 months, armed robbery. To a 20-year-old who'd only flirted with trouble, it was like a stone wall suddenly thrust up in his face. A year and a half to be served in the youth training school out in Chino, 50 miles over the San Gabriel Mountains. The longest time Henry Tillman had ever spent in jail was one night, when he was 12. His mother, Billy, can't remember what he'd done, but does recall going down to juvenile hall and telling them to keep him.
Doesn't remember what he did?
Okay.
How many things has he done bad?
Either you have 14 kids who've all gotten in trouble, or this kid got in trouble way too much to even remember. Yeah, I
remember what he did the first time.
If my mother had to pick me up from jail when I was 12, she'd remember exactly what I did from repeatedly telling me about it over and over and over and over again.
And everybody she knows.
And telling my grandmother, so she'd slap me and, everything else.
Eventually it'd become murder because it would be exaggerated so many times.
Oh, yeah. Forget it.
Remember when he was 12 and I had to pick him up for murder?
Remember when he was 12 and he hijacked that airliner? That was crazy, wasn't it? So, they said that she said, quote, "I figured maybe it would teach him to stop wasting both our time." Oh. Our time? Your time is that valuable?
Really?
Yeah. They go on to say it didn't. The youth training school, YTS for short, was tough. They called each room a unit, but you'd know it was a cell. Tillman's coach inside figures 90% of the people in YTS go on to something worse, like death or state prison, or back to the corner where time stands still and each day's boarders lose themselves into the next. In the YTS, you were expected to join a gang, scrawl the walls, slap the dominoes, wear your pants low, talk tough, and moan and bitch your time away. YTS was tough. Going back was tough. Getting out, back to the same friends on the same corners. Tillman says, quote, "They saw me as soon as I was out, and they figured I was into the same stuff as before." He said, "They'd offer me weed and beer. I'd say, I'm not like that anymore. They'd say, oh, sure, come on." So, he's tried to get out and clean himself up. So they say the Hoover Street Gym in South Los Angeles sits in a neighborhood of ragged edges. A few blocks to the north, every building wears a skirt of thick graffiti. To the east, storefront chapels offer exotic refuge. Sanctuary Church of the Living Epistle. Epistle? Not apostle. Epistle. With an E.
Episcopal? Oh.
Epistle. Beats me. Lovely Home Missionary Baptist Church, Third Mount Olive Baptist Church. But a few feet from each, a knot of street corner kids waits for the day to end. It's a neighborhood of extremes. In the Hoover Street Gym, the cradle of boxing champions, the ring is a mat on the floor. The tears in the canvas are hidden by dirty duct tape. Odell Hatley Jr. whaps the heavy bag. Odell Hatley Sr. in blue cloth cap and polyester shirt smiles with a few teeth missing. Quote, that's a great detail to add. He's like, oh, that's a nice fluff thing on me. Hey, what the fuck?
Hey, what?
Trying to be friendly and smile at you, asshole. Thanks. So they say, quote, this guy says through his toothless face, quote, Henry's a hero down here. He's come an awful long way in a short time. You got to give him a shot for anything. If the cards fall his way, he don't draw DeWitt until the end. He's got a chance. Ol' Henry's got a chance. Mm-hmm. Canada's Willie DeWitt is the man who's supposed to win the gold in the 201-pound class, also called heavyweight. There's also a super heavyweight in the Olympics. Imagine being an American boxer in this boycott year and still not being favored to win the gold. But imagine carrying the weight of an armed robbery wraparound for life. Standing in an underdog role in a boxing tournament is not a bad place to be. Willie DeWitt has beaten Tillman twice this year. The tournament that will determine whether they meet again begins today. Last week, one by one, the Canadian journalists stuck microphones in Henry Tillman's face and said things along the lines of, Henry, are you getting tired of everybody talking so much about Willie DeWitt? Henry just laughs. He's accustomed to his cloak of anonymity. He's only had 40 amateur fights, half of them behind bars. We don't know the prison fights that he had.
Sure.
He said, people sort of know my name, but they don't know my face. People will be talking about me, and I'll be there, and they'll look right at me and not know who I am. So I just walk away. Well, yeah, you're not really famous yet. That's the problem.
No, it's just on the corner he's famous, right?
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
everybody knows him there.
Everyone in the neighborhood knows him. At the gym, they know him, but in a, Olympic setting, they know other guys
Nobody
more.
knows shit about you.
Hey, everybody, just going to take a quick break from the show to tell you a better way to buy your car, Car Gurus.
CarGurus.com.
Absolutely. We've all bought a car, and I know I have, and went around from site to site and app to that. I was looking all over the place. It became literally a second job. Just try to find a car. You don't need all that stuff. All you need is Car Gurus. That is it, because you're going to feel like car shopping's designed to make you second guess yourself and drive you crazy. Is this a good price? Am I making the right choice? Is this a decent car? I don't know where it's been. Get Car Gurus, and you won't have to wonder. They have the most inventory of new and used cars, so you can find the best deal. And with unbiased deal ratings, price drop alerts, and in-depth vehicle reviews, you'll make a decision you can feel great about because it's a big deal, and it shouldn't feel like a big risk. You know what I mean? It should be exciting, not exhausting. But between misleading prices and hidden fees, it can feel exhausting and like a terrible maze. Car Gurus, they will fix that, ranking the best deals, verifying the dealers, and making sure you don't pay more than you should. Car dealers will connect you with trusted dealerships when you're ready, ensuring a transparent and hassle-free buying process. With over 4 million listings, Car Gurus has more car listings than any other major online automotive marketplace in the U.S., so you're going to get the best deal. And Car Gurus gives you control to shop how you want with the tools, information, and data-driven deal ratings you need. It's no wonder that SimilarWeb estimated traffic data shows Car Gurus is the #1 most visited car shopping site. Buy or sell your next car today with Car Gurus at CarGurus.com. Go to CarGurus.com to make sure your big deal is the best deal. That's CarGurus.com, CarGurus.com.
Now back to the show.
They've had more fights. They say you know this much about him, that he used to get into more than his share of fights, that he'd never walk away from one, and that he was holding a gun on a man when he was arrested.
Oh, my God.
That is a little fun.
How old was he? Jesus Christ.
Teenager.
That's too young.
17.
Yeah. Holding a gun on a man.
That's when the cops got there. That's a bad time. So every time he laughs, you look closely for a sign of demon beneath the smile. But it's the harder you look, the softer he seems. It sort of surprises me that Henry became a successful boxer, says his mom. He just likes people so much. His feelings are always to help somebody else. Well, unless they're in the ring with him, that's fine.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. They said that mustard was obvious last month in Las Vegas when Tillman fought Mike Tyson, an Ernie Shavers-powered 17-year-old discovered by Customato in an upstate New York reform school. I love how they had to give you a background on who the fuck Mike Tyson was. That's probably the last time an article on Mike Tyson has to do that. You know what I mean?
Just to clarify, yeah.
Wow. At the Olympic boxing trials at Fort Worth, Tyson knocked Tillman down with a body punch. Jesus. And he still lost.
Yeah.
At the box office.
That's that fucking hook that he's so good at.
It's that short fucking hook, man. It's a Joe Frazier hook.
Yeah.
At the box office in Las Vegas, when the decision was announced in Tillman's favor, Tyson engaged in some dramatic histrionics of disbelief, staggering around the ring in self-pity. Tillman kept stalking him, wrapping his arms around him to console him. Tyson wanted nothing of it, but Tillman pursued him. His mom said he had so much feelings for that guy, but I said to him, Henry, he wouldn't do the same for you. So they go, talk about a role reversal. Here's a boxer's mother telling him he's not tough enough just 3 years after the problem, as in he's always said he was going to get out of those ways of his even before the problem, which meant being in prison. Right. He was always in and out of trouble in a neighborhood where a knife is no surprise. He wasn't mean. He wasn't in a gang. It was just a matter of not backing down. What isn't? So Henry says, let's give him it in their own words. What do you say here?
Talk it out.
Let's find out what Henry thinks here about everything, because you never know here. We'll do in their own words, quote, I'd always just be some guy talking tough, looking to bust his knuckles. He'd say, aren't you from over on San Pedro? And you'd say, yeah. And he'd say, you're not supposed to be over here. You'd say, I have a friend over here. He'd bump into you. He'd be looking to bust his knuckles, and you wouldn't run. That's not what you do. So you fight. That's what he said. Yeah,
gotta
that was
bust
life.
those knocks.
Yep. They ask him about knives, and he says, hey, I never got that deep into it.
No, I carry guns.
I went right from fist to a gun. There's no middle ground there. So, they said the felony conviction for armed robbery, he won't talk about it. He said, I did my time. I learned a trade. He's a certified welder as well.
Wow.
And I'm better for it. His mother says, quote, this is her explanation of his armed robbery. They'd been gambling before, dice or cards, I don't know which. It was sort of like this guy was taking his money, and the guy pulled a gun and taking his money. If he was winning, he didn't need a gun.
Yeah.
He'd pulled a gun on him before. He kept pulling the gun on him. So Henry told him not to pull the gun on him anymore. Henry just took his money back. Okay.
What?
That's what he said. Now, he also took the gun, apparently, Henry did.
Right, because Mom's saying he just took his money back is all he did.
Yeah, they said it took place in a residential area, and a witness called the police, and they arrived when Henry had the gun and the money. So at this point, he's pointing a gun at someone holding all the money, which looks like armed robbery for the most part.
That's robbery to me, yeah.
And his mom says, quote, it wasn't his gun.
That doesn't matter, Ma.
You know, the problem is when the cops pull up, whoever is pointing the gun, it's their gun. That's the problem, yeah.
The problem is, too, if you have
Doesn't
a gun
really matter.
Pointed at somebody and it's not your gun, that's also theft of the gun.
That's the other thing. You've also stolen a gun. He said, and he didn't do anything with it. If he really wanted to hurt the guy, he could have blown his head off, but he didn't. That's what his mom
he
says.
assaulted him with it by aiming it at him.
Brandishing. If the guy was doing it to him, that's fine. He could have just taken it and hit him in the head with it or something and thrown it up on his unconscious chest. Don't do that shit anymore.
No.
So he entered an evaluation center in October of 1980, transferred to the YTS in Chino in September of 81. And then, so his coach, Smitty, said, it's tough. Most of the guys go on to prison. It's not a picnic. Those guys are locked up. So he says, this boxing guy says he has to weed out the pretenders, which there's a lot of them in jail. And before his guy, basically he has to get a team that's up in discipline before they're allowed to leave the grounds of the prison to go fight somewhere. Mm-hmm. They have to run 5 miles in 30 minutes. And that's just a starting conditioning thing.
5 in 30 that's
6
crazy.
minutes a mile. That's really good. That is
Maintaining
a consistent.
6, yeah.
That's a consistent clip the whole time. That's because a 4 minute mile's that's the pinnacle of good.
Yeah.
And 6 is not that much different.
No, it's not. You're moving.
You're moving. So Tillman would get up at 5:30, go to the welding shop, go to school, eat lunch, then train from 2:10 to 5:35. He'd eat dinner, nap, then run the quarter-mile track about 20 times at night. This is all inside the walls.
Yeah.
And Henry said, it kept me occupied. It kept my mind off. I want to go home. I want to go home. I want to go home. Mm-hmm. And Smitty said he showed me something special early. He wanted to learn. He wanted to work at it. So for 2 weeks after his release, he stayed in his parents' house and didn't go outside and didn't mess with the streets at all. He said he couldn't take the chance. He said, quote, you're standing around and somebody has something, a cop drives up. You think it's going to be Bill had something and Bill and John had something and Henry didn't. No way. It's going to be this crowd was doing dope. Yeah. Right. They sweep a corner, you're going to jail and all the shit's fucked up. So then a call came from the U.S. Olympic Committee. After just 40 fights, amateur-wise, Henry had been invited to join Operation Gold. And then that's why he went to those Pan American trials and all that. He's been kind of on the trail to the Olympics. And he said, quote, I always go back to visit my friends' parents, no matter what happened to the kids. Some are dead, some are in prison, some are junkies, some are okay, some are just hanging out. Mm. And his mom, Billy, says he always did care so much for people, he could never say no. Oh, man. But Henry says he says no now. He says, quote, when I go back home now, I have to watch my step. I got to watch out for myself. I got to know what corner to not turn down. This is why we always say we have the crime and sports don't go home rule.
Fuck away from there.
He's doing it smartly, though. He's not like, I could just go hang out and...
You can't be there.
Do the shit I was doing before and then go back to the Olympics. Right. Like, that's not how it works. He said, when I was in YTS, though, they knew not to bother me. You didn't go up on someone. You don't go up to someone using one of those drills on the street and tap him on his shoulder, right? You got to wait till he's finished. Well, they knew that's what I was like when I was in training. Not to bother. So, yeah. He said, now the training's done, and he says that he'll chase DeWitt like a bull stalking the matador. He says after that, he's going to move pro, move his parents out of the neighborhood, stay on the straight and narrow, and have a wonderfully productive life. He's like, I am going to be Sugar Ray fucking Leonard, is what he's saying.
I'm going to be the bull that survives the matador.
Yeah, that's it. And he's saying, once you get to the Olympics, anything's possible. So he said, I know what can happen if you slip back in. And his mom, Billy, said, I don't care if he doesn't win the gold. I'm just so happy that he's turned around. I think he'll make it from here on in. And one of his other guys that hangs out in the gym, the toothless guy, said, Tillman, and the paper, I don't know why they had to do this, Tillman gone make it, G-O-N apostrophe.
He gone do it.
We get that he's black. You really didn't have to, you know what I'm saying?
Southern black, yeah.
The newspaper wanted to make sure you knew he's toothless and ghetto and black. They could not just say gonna. You could have just said gonna. Tillman gone make it. He gone make it. They said it again. So they had to do it. That's ridiculous. August 6th, 1984 is the start of his, this is the Olympics here. Yeah. It's not his pro career, it's his Olympic career here. This is at the Sports Arena in Los Angeles. The 84 Olympics were in Los Angeles, and this is the Olympic Games heavyweight round 2. He wins I guess the fight's called mid-first round against Kalik Singh.
Oh.
Who I assume is from India.
They stopped it, huh?
They stopped it, okay? Yeah. August 8th, 84, 2 days later, Tavita Tefao, he's from an island somewhere. Yeah. There's a fucking apostrophe in there with another O and a U at the end. This is the quarterfinals. He wins it in the second round.
Okay.
On this one. August 9th, the next day, Angelo Muscone, so I'm assuming he's Italian, 3-1 coming into this. This is the semifinals, and he wins on points, Henry does.
Look at this. He figured it out. And then
the big final, here we go, Willie DeWitt. Remember Willie? The guy you can't beat? Willie DeWitt, 16-4. Here we go. This fight goes all 3 rounds, and Henry wins on points.
About time.
Look at that. Henry's a champ.
Time to go pro.
Yep. Henry met his bride-to-be at the Olympics as well.
Oh, that's so romantic.
Talk about a clean sweep of just a great time. 2 years ago, he's in prison, and now he is Olympic glory with meeting your wife.
With a
all
gal,
at once.
yeah.
Her name is Gina Hemphill. And she is not related to the waitress on What's Happening from 1970s.
Okay.
That's Shirley. She's actually a granddaughter of Jesse Owens, which is fucking
that
incredible.
right?
Yes, she is Jesse Owens' granddaughter.
My Christ.
So that's an interesting Olympic connection
Yeah.
there. If you don't know about who Jesse Owens is, I'm not going to explain it. Look at the
He was
history.
amazing.
I don't know what to tell you.
He did amazing things.
He's the guy who fucking made Hitler look like a dickhole, which
Right.
that should be enough for you right there. Some people now would probably be mad at him for that, I'm sure, because we have lunatics
Somewhere, yeah.
around here. But, most people, sane ones, should go, good, fuck Hitler.
Yeah. How dare he spoil that man's big party?
I love how fuck Hitler has become controversial.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it is. Dude, I watched, this is relevant because it's boxing. Henry Haft, you look him up. He is a guy who fought, he was a Jewish guy who was in the fucking concentration camp. I can't remember if it was Dachau or Auschwitz, but one of the bad ones where people were dying a lot. One of the particularly bad ones. They were all bad, but one of the particularly deadly ones. He's there.
If it's a recognizable name, probably not a good place.
No, and he had, basically they would make the guys fight, and whoever lost, they would execute them for fun,
God
for
dang.
funsies. So he won all of his fights and didn't get executed, and then ended up later on fighting Rocky Marciano at Madison Square Garden later on.
Holy
Obviously
shit.
lost to Marciano, but luckily no one murdered him. So nice story, and a pretty incredible story of resilience and
Yes.
just
Yeah.
stick to itness, if nothing else.
Yeah, the human desire to keep going.
90% of the comments were, you believe the Jew lies? You believe this? Sure, these concentration camps, yeah, they were real bad places. They had swimming pools and movie theaters. Those Jews were lucky to be in. That was 90% of the fucking comments.
What?
90% of the comments were the Holocaust didn't happen, or it was a wonderful time for all. They took them in and it was like summer
It was
camp.
a vacation, yeah.
It was a summer vacation, summer camp, and it was crazy. And I'm like, what's happening? What are we doing?
We're not okay.
We are not okay.
We're in a lot of trouble.
I was just reading this nice story about this boxer who's incredibly resilient, and I got to see that shit, and I'm like, fucking people.
Now
So
I'm just
anyway,
saying words of anger.
people are crazy. So Jesse Owens' granddaughter, she had carried the torch into the Los Angeles Coliseum at the opening ceremony.
Cool.
And worked as a production assistant on the Oprah Winfrey Show, which at that point was only in Chicago. Wasn't national yet. So he's getting in on some ground floors here. This is
kidding.
good. Now he's going to turn pro as a cruiserweight. And the problem with him is he's got a weak chin, Henry.
Yeah.
He's kind of known for it. He got knocked out in an amateur fight. So
Right.
not known for taking the big punch particularly well, which is a problem. And just it's one of those things in boxing, you either can or can't take a big punch.
And the big punch is, if you can't take it, your career's over, man.
It's fucked, especially as a heavyweight, because all the punches are big.
Oh, they're all big punches. Yeah.
They're all big. So he's going to start as a cruiserweight, which is below heavyweight here, to try to, counteract that, because there's less
Figure it out
powerful
and bulk
punchers
up.
there.
Yeah, yeah.
So December 7th, 1984 is his first professional fight. It is against Uriah the Boss Man Grant.
Boss man.
Boss Man is 1-0 coming into this fight. This fight is a TKO in the second round, and it is the pro debut for our gold medalist, Henry Tillman, and he wins his fight, and he is 1-0. Boss Man would go on to be 30-21 in his career, by the way.
Ooh, wait.
So he got a lot of fights, 50 fights.
Oh, shit.
March 5th, 85, he fights Mickey Pryor. Now, this is a big, by the way, Henry Tillman now coming out. He's not coming out like most professional boxers in their first few fights. Nobody knows who they are. They're kind of, he's the Olympic heavyweight gold medalist. So, he's people know who the fuck he is, and it's a big deal. When those gold medalists come out, everybody wants to see what they're about. Yeah. So this Mickey Pryor's 9-2 coming into the fight at the Dallas Convention Center in Dallas, and this is a TKO in the fourth round, a win again for Henry. So not bad at all. He fights Andre Crowder next in April of 85, April 18th. Crowder is 2-1 coming into this fight. This is at the Harrah's hotel there in Atlantic City, and this is a TKO in the first round for Henry.
Dang.
Now Crowder would go on. He's 2-1 coming into this fight. Crowder. He'd go on to have an 8-55-4 career.
Oh, wait.
8 wins and 55 fucking losses.
Just hoping for a draw every game. Jesus.
Wow. So I assume coming into this fight when Andre was 2-1, this was the last time he's above 500.
Sounds like it, yeah.
Probably, yeah. Wow, okay. So May 12th, 85, he fights John Williams, who his nickname is Rocky Young, which is a name. It's not a nickname.
Yeah, that's a guy's name.
I don't get it either. He's 2-11 coming into this fight, so it really doesn't matter. They fight at the Oil Palace in Tyler, Texas.
Yeah.
The old Oil Palace. That sounds great. This fight here goes less than a round. It's a TKO win for Henry. By the way, this guy, Rocky Young, was 2-11 coming into this fight, 2-20 for his career.
Ooh.
So never
won again.
Never won again. June 30th, 85, Leroy Caldwell, who's 27-30-6 coming into this fight here. This will be his last fight as it goes all 6 rounds at the Tropicana Hotel and Casino in Vegas, but Henry wins by unanimous decision and Leroy retires. So there's that. So he's got one retirement
Not
under
bad.
his belt.
Yeah.
August 11th, 85 here. So he's fighting every 2 months. Not that crazy pace of a guy, an unknown, trying to make a name for himself.
Right.
That pace of someone who everyone looks at as a prospect who they're trying not to burn out. You know what I mean? August 11th, 85, Larry Phelps, 8-2 coming into this fight. He'll be 9-13 for his career. So 1-11 the rest of the way for this guy. Now, this is at the Hollywood Palladium in Hollywood, and it's a TKO in the second round. Phelps went down in the second round, and he ended up, the ref stopped the fight immediately. So that was that. Jumped right on him, knew he was out. 6-0 for Henry. September 19th, 85, Richard Earl Scott.
Yeah.
Okay,
Earl in
it's better.
quotations?
Yeah, Earl is his nickname. It's better than Dick, I guess. So he's 5-3 going into this fight, 5-3-2 to be exact. This is at the Resorts International in Atlantic City, and this fight goes all 6 rounds where Henry wins a unanimous decision, and it wasn't even close. February 2nd, 86. That's a pretty good layoff there. October, November, December, January. That's a
Get the holidays.
4.5-month layover. He fights Sylvester Lee, who's 6-3 coming into this fight. This is again at the Hollywood Palladium. Apparently, Tillman caught him with a left cross and just sent a fucking barrage at him, just was attacking him, and the ref had to jump in the first round and stop the fight.
Okay.
So Henry beat the shit out of this guy, overwhelmed him. TKO in the first round. He's 8-0. Not bad. March 4th, 1986, Reggie Gross he's fighting, who's 18-3 coming into this fight. And this fight goes all 10 rounds. Now we're at no more 8 rounds, no more 6 rounds. All 10 rounds, and Henry wins a unanimous decision. And it wasn't close either. They were like 9-1, 8-2, 9-1 were the judges. So this is handily. April 22nd, 1986. I don't know what the hell this guy's thinking. The guy's name is Bash Ali. Okay? Like Bash, a guy named Ali. All right.
Sure.
He's 29-9 coming in. His nickname is, quote, Mr. President. I mean, I don't know what to say about that. I guess if you can call yourself Dr. Dre, you could be Mr. President, right?
Sure.
What's the difference?
It's just stupid.
It's stupid, yeah.
President
But,
of
I
what?
mean, president of apparently getting beat in the first round by Henry Tillman, because that's what happened here. By the way, this guy's 66-14 for his career. This is at the Showboat Hotel and Casino.
That's pretty
there
good.
in Vegas. No, not bad at all. 29-9 coming in, 66-14. Mr. President's not a bad fighter here. This is televised on ESPN as well, and he knocked Ali down in the first round also.
Okay.
This is for the North American Boxing Federation Cruiserweight title.
Oh, he's about to be a champion if he wins.
NABF Cruiserweight title, and he wins. He knocked TKO in the first round. So
Wow.
Tillman is all in here. June 15th, 1986, Smokin' Burt Cooper here. He's 11-1, 38-25 for his career. This is at the Trump Casino Hotel Atlantic City. This goes all 12 rounds in an extremely close fight. All 12 rounds. Tillman was downed twice in the second round and came back from that and had a strong fight, but he loses a unanimous decision to Burt Cooper, who is the guy who is the name of the character on Mad Men, the old guy. Not Roger Sterling, the other old guy. Yeah. That's Burt Cooper, the guy who always has his socks on. You should watch Mad Men. Anyway, this was for the North American Boxing Federation Cruiserweight title. This fight was so close, but Henry lost. The scorecards are 115, 113, 114, 113, 115, 112. So very close.
Very
fight.
close, yeah.
10-1 now. This puts a damper on everything Henry's been doing.
100%, yeah.
Really fucks everything up. So August
down?
Slows him down. Yeah, now before that, by fight 15 or 20, he's looking at, big money fights, and now he just kind of shot himself back. August 19th, 1986, he fights Cedric Parsons, who's 13-3. This is at the Sahara Hotel and Casino and Space Center in Las Vegas.
And Space Center.
I didn't know there was a Space Center there, but okay. This is a first-round knockout for Henry. They got somebody with a real weak chin. Just get some confidence. Next up, September 24th, 86, Oscar Holman, 9-7-1 at the Showboat again. And this is a TKO in the 6th round for Henry. So he is 12-1. October 17th, 86, maybe the coolest name ever, Tyrone Booze. Booze. Tyrone Booze.
Okay. Spells it the right
awesome.
way.
Yeah. Tyrone Booze. 11-5 coming into this fight. Back at the Sahara again. This fight goes all 10 rounds.
God damn.
And Henry wins it by unanimous decision. It wasn't even close. One of the scorecards was 100-90. So all 10 rounds. Not good. December 26th, day after Christmas, 86, he fights Stanley Ross, 9-11-1 coming in, and never will win another fight in his career. This fight's a 3rd round. I guess the guy doesn't come out for the 4th round. Stanley doesn't. So that's that. 14-1 for Mr. Tillman here. And now people are starting to notice him. The Atlanta Journal has an article that says 5-year plan works for Tillman. It says, by boxing standards, Henry Tillman was an old man when he took up the manly art. He didn't even get the notion to box until 5 years ago when he was 21. Most fighters at that age have finished their amateur careers, and the best have become finely tuned professionals. Tillman caught up quickly. He can become a world champion by defeating Evander Holyfield of Atlanta for the World Boxing Association. Of Atlanta. In other words, you don't know who the fuck he is, and I didn't hear the words real deal in there or anything.
Right. Or champion,
Just a guy. He still had hair then. That's how long ago this was.
Ooh.
Jesus. So then that'll happen at the Bally's Casino. Will be televised on Wide World of Sports. He said to kill time while serving 2 years for an offense he refuses to discuss, it says. He decided to take up boxing.
It's embarrassing. I don't want you to know.
I don't want to know all about it. You'd think you'd say, look how far away I am from that now. You know what I mean? It's stupid. So his coach here, Smitty, said, we had a time schedule, and Henry is way ahead of it now. There's a lot of guys who've been fighting since they were 12 that have an edge over Henry, but he's catching up. And that's what it is, too. Just guys knew little things, little tricks, especially in those amateur fights where you can point the guy. Yeah, you can just point a guy out, basically, and,
a guy that doesn't want to talk about his crime, you got to assume it's something real bad like rape or child rape.
That's what I mean. I don't want to talk about it means who'd you rape? That's all that means to me.
Why are you so ashamed of the scummy thing you did? It's just robbery.
You should use that. I went from that to this. Isn't that great? Anybody could do anything. You could use it as a tale for the kids to look at as a, inspirational tale or some shit.
When you say, I don't want to talk about it, I don't like that.
Makes it sound terrible.
Yeah.
That's all I want to talk about when you don't want to talk about why you were in prison.
Well, that's a bummer because I'm not going to stop asking.
Now I got to know. Before I was curious. Now I need to know. I'm going to be asking everybody. Hey, everybody. Just going to take a quick break from the show to tell you a safer way to be on the internet with Surfshark.
Surfshark.com.
Absolutely. Hate to say it here, but all of our digital privacy is under threat. It is, at all times. But you don't worry. There is a solution to this and a way to stop it, and that is making headlines for the right reasons. Surfshark VPN, today's sponsor, as someone who spends hours researching all sorts of weird, strange, dark, odd topics. I don't want trackers profiling me based on what I read. They think I was sick. So Surfshark encrypts my connection so that my data is safe, even when I'm digging into niche things on public Wi-Fi at the library. Surfshark will protect me, and also when I travel. That's the other thing. Or pretend I am to get better streaming options, as you know what I'm talking about here. Just change your virtual location. Boom, now you're watching shows and sports from anywhere in the world that you can get it. I'm telling you, just like you could be sitting on your couch at home watching some English show, and it's all good. On top of that, it also unlocks content from everywhere, and it protects your connection on public Wi-Fi, whether I'm checking some scores or at the airport, or, you could be live betting from a sketchy hotel signal, and Surfshark will still protect you. It is fantastic. And also, Surfshark Search is just like Google, but private. No creepy autofill based on your past searches. I actually feel anonymous, and it's good. Secure your privacy with Surfshark. Go to surfshark.com/crimeinsports and use the code crimeinsports for 4 extra months of Surfshark. That is surfshark.com/crimeinsports with code crimeinsports. You will find it in the show notes. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee, no risk, just secure browsing.
Now back to the show.
So they say among the fighters he defeated on his way to the Olympics was Mike Tyson, the current WBC heavyweight champion, because he had already beaten fucking Berbick for that. Tillman beat Tyson, who was 17 years old at the time, twice in the Olympic box offs. Yeah. Tillman said, I was in there to win. I went in with confidence that I was going to win both times. It didn't matter who he was. By the way, the first fight against Tyson, Tillman had suffered a fractured rib in the day before. Remember, it was like every day of the week he was fighting. They said Tyson dropped Henry in the first round with a body shot, but Henry got up and won the round and won the fight. So that's what they're talking about here. And they're saying Tillman and Holyfield became friends during the 83 Pan American Games. Tillman said, he and I both know that this is a business. He knows that the ring is a place for all business. We'll still be friends after it's over.
Nice.
Yeah, so they're talking about that. They also talk about the Olympics presented Tillman with more than a gold medal and lasting friendship. He met Gina Hemphill, the granddaughter of 1936 Olympic hero Jesse Owens, at a flag bearer in the 84 Olympic Games ceremony. She's now Tillman's fiance.
Dang.
Tillman and Hemphill must split time between love and careers. He's a rising young boxer, and she's a rising young television producer working for the Oprah Winfrey Show in Chicago. Dude, about 2 more years, that's going to be the biggest show in the fucking world. And
she's going to make so much money. Yeah.
Yep, and she's in for she's hooked her shit to the right fucking
you bet.
Right person. They say that Henry was always an athlete, is what his mom says. He was in good physical, that's his coach, I'm sorry. He was in good physical condition. He had played basketball and football in high school, and he was very coachable. They said that when he lost to Cooper, it was because he strayed from the lessons he was taught.
Right.
And Tillman agreed. Tillman said, I didn't listen to my corner. They told me to go out and box with Cooper, but I didn't listen. I tried to go out there and slug it out with him. Mm-hmm. You listen to your corner is a big deal. Yeah. He says he won't make that mistake ever again. He said, this is my chance for a world title. I'm not going to blow it. I know what I have to do. I have to redeem myself.
The Redeemer.
The Redeemer. And the Holyfield said, quote, it's kind of funny. I get more recognition away from home than I do at home. Some people in Atlanta have never seen me fight on TV. They should be more willing to show a homegrown product than anything else. I try to give Atlanta a lot of positive recognition as the great town that it is when I travel. I think they should do the same for me. I tout Atlanta, you tout me. Wow.
Everyone, Atlanta, get on board.
No shit. February 14th, 1987. Fucking know what you're doing, Atlanta. No people's worth. Speaking of worth, the Fort Worth Star-Telegram here, Valentine's Day 87. The headline is, A Boxer's Word as Good as Punch.
Oh?
Okay. So they say, well, while Henry Tillman was doing time for things he never should have been doing, he learned that a man's word has to be his bond. Contracts were for white collar and gold cufflinks. In the joint, the only thing a man had was his honor. Wow. He said that joint jive. Oh, yeah. If that were true and not just joint jive, he would take his teacher along for the ride, saying that, he wanted to box, and a lot of people want to get into boxing because it keeps you away from other crappy things in the prison. Right. But, yeah, he was saying that if it was just bullshit, he would have got kicked out quickly.
Joint jive.
Joint jive. Yeah, that's how that goes. They say boxing can be the cruelest of sports. If you had $1 for every professional boxer who, as an amateur, had sworn he'd never forsake the man who taught him the game, you could buy all the gold chains in the sport. If you had to return $1 for every boxer who left the teacher the first time a dollar bill was waved under his nose, you wouldn't have enough left to pay for Don King's next haircut. That's what makes Henry Tillman so unique. They're talking about how Henry's got the same guy. He's got Smitty, Mercer Smith, still in his corner.
Yeah, keeping him.
Yeah, he said that. He said that when he won the gold, it attracted very famous trainers and managers in boxing.
Oh, yeah.
And they all wanted him to dump his guy and go. They said Emmanuel Stewart made a pitch. So did Lou Duva, who ended up with Holyfield. Yeah. And Emmanuel Stewart was Lennox Lewis's guy, right? I believe. He's the guy who, like a short, kind of tight fro. He kind of looks like, he kind of looked like professional James Brown. Like if you took all the shit out of James Brown's hair, he kind of had the same type of same type of hair look, basically.
Fair enough.
So also Jerry Cooney's people expressed interest.
No.
He was like, I don't think so. I've seen Jerry Cooney fight. No, thank you. So they said, what can an amateur coach know about boxing? They said, we'll make you a champion. I've had champions. I know how to make world champions. And Tillman said, everyone promised me a lot of money and to make me a world champion. But I figured as long as I was truthful to myself and I worked hard, the big breaks would come down the road anyway. Mm-hmm. He said it hasn't been a very profitable journey. Smith gave up his full-time job to work full-time with Tillman and said he's gotten basically no profit off of this so far. There's no big money in these preliminary fights.
It's a profit deal.
Comes with a profit deal. Yeah. That comes with later if you win some professional belts.
Big money, yeah.
Smith said, this is a hard life, a rough life. Sometimes I wish I had never gotten involved, but that doesn't last long. Boxing is like a drug. You just get hooked. Just the idea of seeing the faces of all those guys who said we could never make it to the title would make the whole ride worthwhile. Sure. February the 14th, 1987, Evander, the real deal Holyfield, coming into this fight 13-10. Yeah, or 13-0 coming into this fight, at the Bally's Hotel and Casino in Reno, not in anywhere else. Oh, yeah. This fight is only going to go into the 7th round where Tillman was knocked down once in the 2nd round and then 3 times in round 7.
That's a 3-time knockdown.
Triggering the, in effect, 3 knockdown rule and causing a TKO. So,
ouch.
Not good. 14-2 now. That was his big challenge, and he blew it. Not great. June 7th, 1987, he fights Woody Clark, who's 6-11-1. You need somebody to beat up. This is a TKO in the 7th round for Henry this time in Providence, Rhode Island. July 11th, 87, he fights Kevin P. Porter. And his name is James Kevin Porter, but he goes by Kevin P. Porter. I don't know why. Makes no sense. Either way, it goes all 10 rounds, this fight.
Ooh.
And Henry wins the fight, though, and on 2 of the judges' scorecards, he won every round. So 10-0, 10-0, 9-1. So that's, not good for that other guy. 16-2 for Henry. August 22nd, 1987, Danny Smiley Sutton.
Yeah?
Is that the best, most fear-inducing nickname you can have in boxing?
Yeah.
Smiley. He's 26-12 coming in, so he's not bad. But this is a KO in the 7th round. And Danny wasn't smiling so much anymore after that. Now, in 1987, somewhere in here, he marries Gina.
Gonna keep her.
They get married. There's friends and Olympic teammates there and everything else. Everybody. It's a real nice ceremony. So
beautiful.
Good for them. November 20th, 87, Dwayne Bonds he fights. 14-3. This is at the Showboat. Tillman goes down in the 1st round and twice in the 7th round and then loses by TKO in the 8th round.
He just got his ass kicked the whole round, the whole fight.
What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, this guy, Dwayne Bonds, was 14-13-2 coming in.
Well, he's got his number, that's for sure.
and 15-16-2 for his career. This is the last fight Dwayne won.
Oh, my.
This is crazy, 17-3. So this is bad for Henry. Not good.
Yeah, right.
March 29th, 1988, he fights Willie DeWitt again. Remember him?
Yeah.
Well, he's 19-1-1 now.
Uh-huh.
And this is in Edmonton, so he's got to go to Canada to fight him. And this is a unanimous decision after 10 rounds. Another loss for Henry.
Uh-oh.
He is getting beat good now. This is not great at all. By the way, that's Willie DeWitt's last fight for some reason.
Willie doesn't fight ever again.
Nope, 21-1 for his career. That's so strange. He must have got hurt during the fight or something is all I could think.
Or there's a lot of reasons, I imagine, but
yeah,
maybe money is one.
Money, I assume usually when guys do that, you don't stop after you win.
No, yeah.
Unless you hurt yourself or do something.
Or
something's
maybe you made
fucked
a
up.
bet. I'll bet I could win 20 fights.
That's it. I'm done with 20. December 9th, 89, Don Wolford, who's 8-5-1, and that's not his whole career, though. He's 8-5-1 coming into this fight.
Uh-huh.
The rest of his career, well, for his whole career, he will end up, Jesus Christ, 17, 102-2.
Wee.
So for the rest of this man's career, he went 9-97 and won. 9-97-1. That's 10 losses for every win for the rest of his career. Think about that. That's 10-1. Idiot. This fight goes all 10 rounds.
Uh-huh.
Don knows how to keep himself alive, apparently. Guys that fight 120 fights don't get knocked out a lot. That's what that is. They know how to hold and last. This fight is basically it's pretty much every round on every card goes to Henry. So he wins 18-4. Next up, Gerardo Rocky Valero. He's fighting on January 30th, 1990. He's a 6-7 fighter, and this is a KO in the second round for Henry. And February 17th, 1990, he fights Tim Morrison, not Tommy Morrison, Timmy Morrison, who's 9-9-2 coming into this fight. This is up in Edmonton, and he wins that by TKO in the second round. That's his 20th win, so now he's 20-4. The 4 is bad, though. That doesn't look good.
No.
But the good thing about this is they've always had this Henry Tillman Mike Tyson fight in the works because he can say this is the guy who beat Tyson
twice.
Mm-hmm. So you either want to see Tyson tear his head off or maybe he just has Tyson's number. Either way, it makes it an interesting fight.
Sure.
So June 15th, 1990. We're going to get a couple more details on his past transgressions here that he didn't want to talk about. This is from the Boston Globe, and the headline now, this is not a great headline. Tillman has nothing to lose.
Oh, what is it?
It went from he had everything to gain to now he has nothing to lose, which is bad. They say Henry Grooms is paid, in theory, to look out for the best interests of his fighter, one Henry Tillman. So now he's done with Smitty by this point. Okay. Grooms is Tillman's manager, a shadowy job at best, and at the moment he has directed the former Olympic gold medal winner into a $375,000 payday for a meeting with former heavyweight champ Mike Tyson. Wow. To most observers, this has not been looked upon as good advice, despite the fact that Tillman holds 2 amateur victories over Tyson. Grooms, of course, argues to the contrary, but in a moment of unedited and unintended honesty, Grooms made clear what Tillman has to look forward to tomorrow night. Quote, Henry Tillman is not happy about everything that has happened to him in his boxing career, but this week he's in the twilight of a great opportunity. Yeah, you're not going to get many more. Yeah, you don't beat Tyson, you're pretty much done as a draw at that point. Tillman, a pumped-up cruiserweight who lost a world title fight in that division to then-champion Evander Holyfield in '87, has found reason to hope. Although he's fought just 4 times in 2.5 years because of managerial problems and has been down 10 times in his career because of chin problems, Tillman believes, at least he believes today, a bright afternoon in which he knows there is no reason to fear Mike Tyson because there's no chance of meeting him right now. It is tomorrow night, and when belief will become a harder commodity to find. Yet it could not be any harder than it was while he was cooling his heels at the Chino State Prison and all that shit. He said, quote, I was only 18, but I went in for armed robbery. I held up a dice game because I caught the guy playing with loaded dice.
Held up a dice game.
Loaded dice.
Yeah.
He pulled out
me. Yeah.
He's cheating me. He pulled out a gun and I got scared, so we started fighting, and I guess I beat him with it. Now he's pistol whipped the man.
Took it away from him and beat him with his own gun.
No, it's just I just took it away from him, and then I was bad, wrong place, wrong time. Cops pulled up too. I was pistol whipping a man when the cops pulled up. Oh, he said they charged me with robbery, carrying a concealed weapon, and assault. They called it robbery because I took my money back. I'm sure he really made sure it was only his share.
Yeah, right.
That's fucking funny. So he says that he got kicked out of a lot of classrooms. He got thrown out of the entire L.A. Unified School District.
Nice work.
For being a, quote, general nuisance, which is, I assume there's probably a few nuisances in a giant city like that. So you got to be a particularly
general one.
Pain in the fucking ass. Since that point, he's never fought for anything, they said, but turf. They said there seemed little reason to assume he'd one day represent his country in the Olympics, win a gold medal, marry Jesse Owens' granddaughter, and own a $500,000 home in Diamond Bar, an Orange County suburb of some repute.
In what year?
90.
Wow.
$500,000 was a fucking house in 1990.
Yeah,
a
really
really nice house. That's a mansion in 1990. So not bad. He said about prison, he said the fighters had better privileges than the rest of the prisoners. That's why he wanted to do it.
Right.
He said, I've been through so much in my life. I don't know I don't know if I can cry anymore. When I was 17, my friend Joe Bledsoe died in a car accident. He was the kind of kid everybody thought was going places, and he got his head almost cut off right next to me.
Ooh.
I was the kid who was supposed to end up in jail, and I lived. So can I say I'm unhappy with my boxing career? I was 21 when I first put on boxing gloves, and 2.5 years later, I was in the Olympics. Nobody gave me much of a chance, but I got the gold, met my wife, traveled all over the world, own a $500,000 home, a $50,000 car, a $30,000 Jeep. I was mismanaged for a while because my first manager didn't know boxing. Remember the big, him and Smitty are in for the long haul. Now it's that fucking guy
Smitty
who ruined my career.
Shit.
Because he didn't know boxing. But you're losing since then, so whose fault is it? He said, but things usually work out for the best. Oh, man. They said that Tillman, since being knocked out by Dwayne Bonds in 1987, Tillman has all but disappeared from boxing. He was selling real estate in Southern California.
What?
And making the occasional film while his wife worked on as a television producer for KNBC. He was fighting no one. Their life seemed set, especially after both got religion 2 years ago.
Boy.
We know that's trouble.
He's ticking them off.
Well, that's good. Then you know that the crime part of this show is not over yet. If he just found religion, because we know how that works in this particular arena of the world here. But then grooms called about coming back, and Tillman decided 18 months away from the sport that saved him was enough. He could give it one last proud effort to become heavyweight champion. His 3 wins since have been over 3 men you would have to call missing persons to locate. But they were wins all the same. And they brought him with the aid of James Douglas to this point, meaning Buster Douglas beating Tyson. So Tyson's on his way back. Unfortunately, it seems like Henry Grooms knows better than Henry Tillman exactly where that point leads. Henry Tillman is at the twilight of a great opportunity. Twilight, darkness, back to the real estate business with a $375,000 grub stake. That's how they end it.
Grub stake.
Grub stake. So basically, last hurrah for him to get some money and then fucking be done with it.
Yeah.
Go. This fight, Iron Mike Tyson, June 16th, 1990. I definitely remember this fight. Tyson, 37-1. He had just had the Buster Douglas shock there. This is in between the loss and the rape conviction. That window when Tyson's good and pissed off. So this is at Caesar's Palace, and Richard Steele's the ref. This is a hot shit affair. This fight goes very nowhere. It's like a 30-second fight. Tyson knocks him out in the first round, absolutely pummels him, melts him like fucking butter in the microwave. I mean, not great at all. it was a quick fight, put it that way. I remember being excited because it was like, oh, this guy beat Tyson, so this might be a good fight.
Yeah.
And it was target practice. As I was going to say, not sparring, it's target practice.
Him, yeah.
If someone said, hey, I'm going to beat you up and you're not allowed to fight back, this is what would happen.
All right.
It's really fucking bad. August 30th, 1990, he fights Danny Blake, who's 12-30. That's a little more his speed.
Yeah.
This is at the Daytona Beach Marriott in Daytona Beach.
Ew, gross. What?
You went from fighting Mike Tyson at Caesar's Palace.
Right.
And in, what is it, 2 short months, you're fighting Danny Blake at the Daytona Beach Marriott.
Ouch.
I wouldn't even stay at the Daytona Beach Marriott. Never mind fucking fight there. So this fight goes all 10 rounds, unanimous decision for Henry. And he won just about every round on everybody's card. It was 99-91 on every card, so whatever. October 26th, 1990, Linwood Jones, who, wow, comes in at 277 3/4 pounds.
Ooh, wee.
Fuck, Tillman's fighting at 218 at this moment. So that is quite the difference. This fight is at the Days Inn South in Daytona Beach.
Nice.
The Days Inn.
Nice.
The Marriott was all booked up. Couldn't get in there. Had to go to the Days Inn. Holy shit.
Days Inn. Ouch.
This fight goes all 10 rounds again.
Really?
He's just lost his ability to knock anybody out here. 22-5 he is, though. November 16th, 1990, he gets a different job.
Really?
Still boxing, but
Okay.
front of the camera here. He's in the movie Rocky V,
What?
the one that was terrible with Tommy Morrison, and what a
Was
piece
that
of
Rocky
shit.
5?
That was 5 with a stupid kid.
Yeah.
And he has to move back to the old neighborhood because he
Yeah.
fucked up and all that crap.
Teach
Yeah, that's
him how to
Rocky
fight.
V.
Jesus.
Terrible fucking movie. Now, Rocky V here. They took it out. The old description of Rocky V used to be suffering, retired and suffering from brain damage. Rocky, blah, 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 blah. They've taken the brain damage part out of the description now. Yeah. It just says reluctantly retired from fighting because he has brain damage. That's why.
Because he can't fight.
Rocky takes charge of Mickey's gym and agrees to train a young protege. Now, Rocky V, Tillman played Tim Sims, who his whole role was being a boxer who lost to Tommy Morrison on his way up. That's it. So that tells you that. God, that was a shitty fucking movie. Very bad.
Was it that bad?
Oh, so bad, dude. Unwatchably bad. Unwatchable. It's so fucking bad. You can't even get through it. It's that bad. His kid is terrible in it. It's just bad. It's all bad.
All right.
November 29th, 1990, he fights Rick King Kong Keller.
Who's that? Oh, yeah.
16-30 guy.
Okay.
This is at Wings Stadium in Kalamazoo. I assume some kind of soccer or hockey or
some small low-level hockey, yeah.
something like that. This is a TKO in the 4th round, win for Henry. He's now 23-5.
Okay.
Okay. April 6, 1991, the Los Angeles Times has an update section on him. Update. Henry Tillman, now 30, is studying for the California real estate licensing exam, and is a trainee at Wall Street Financial, a diamond bar mortgage firm. Mm-hmm. Tillman's boxing career never worked out as he had hoped, but indications are he's planning on being a much bigger winner in the game of life. And for this one, you have to give boxing an assist. He's still boxing. March 26, 1992, still boxing.
My God.
Mark White Lightning Lee. Jesus. 29-16 this guy is. He'll end up 29-18 for his career because he's going to lose this fight in a unanimous decision.
Shit.
24-5 for Henry. Henry won the fight. I'm talking White Lightning lost the fight. Knocked Lee down in the 6th round. April 21st, 92. He's fighting every month again now. He fights Eddie Young Joe Louis Taylor.
Young Joe Louis.
Young Joe Louis. This guy has the balls to fucking say, wow.
They didn't have the same name.
The fucking brown bomber himself. I'm the one. Young Joe Louis.
Yeah.
31-13 coming into this fight. He'll end up 31-18 for his career. Old Young Joe Louis.
Right.
This is at the Downtown Hyatt in Tampa.
Eesh, shit.
Gross. Eddie Taylor there. This is a TKO in the 6th round.
Yeah.
So 25-5 for Mr. Tillman here. September 15th, 1992, Terry the Terminator Davis.
Yeah.
28-3 coming into this fight, and he knocks Henry Tillman out in the 7th round.
Yeah.
Yep, this was for the NBA Continental Americas heavyweight title, whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah.
And it was at the War Memorial Auditorium in Fort Lauderdale. That is going to be Henry's last fight. He has been beaten up enough in his life, and 25-6 for his career.
Mm-hmm.
Really a guy that just, he didn't have a chin, period.
No.
That's it. Can't be a heavyweight without a chin. And the South Florida Sun Sentinel says Terminator stuns Olympian Tillman. Is he really stunned? This guy has a better record than him.
Yeah.
Coming into the fight, the Terminator was 28-3, and he was 25-4. Tillman was. So
yeah.
What's the stunning part of this? I don't understand that. So yeah, they said apparently Terminator turned a jeering crowd at War Memorial Auditorium into a cheering throng with a stunning 7th-round knockout. Okay. Oh wow, Tim Doc Anderson was on the undercard, who's another alumni, Crime and Sports alumni that we've talked about before. We run into so many of those people.
Especially in boxing episodes.
Oh, fuck yeah. The Terminator said, I saw his cut and figured he'd be coming in for the knockout. I threw myself into his head and threw an overhand right. It was a happy, happy punch. That's how it ended.
Happy, yeah.
Yep. Also, while the USA Network and a restless crowd awaited the main event featuring Burt Cooper, a brawl broke out on the right side of the ring. After some scary moments, order was restored. Apparently they had a big brawl in the arena. 1993, he's in another movie.
Oh?
I don't know if his wife can help him out with that, maybe. I mean, I don't know. But here he is. He's in a movie called Sandman, which I've never heard of before.
What? Huh.
The description is Daniel and Clara are on a vacation in Italy. The mysterious Sandman Coppola, Francis's young niece or nephew, a figure from Daniel's childhood, returns to haunt him when he succumbs to an obsessive love with an enigmatic woman of strange beauty. What the fuck is I don't know what they're talking about. That sounds terrible.
Don't look at me.
It's 4.9.
She's an enigma, evidently.
Right, enigmatic woman of strange beauty. It's a weird way to put it. This is 4.9 stars out of 10 on IMDb. Okay. I'm surprised it has that many. That's 1993, an hour and 40 minutes. This is an Italian film. Everything on it, I'm looking at the cover here, it's all in Italian. El Enigma del... Yeah, this is a fucking Italian movie. So,
how do you
who
get
knows?
This?
I have no goddamn clue. It's all like American actors, though, but it looks like it's mainly for an Italian release, like they, whatever. It's got Dee Dee Pfeiffer in it.
Oh, who the hell's that?
Michelle Pfeiffer's sister.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's her little sister. She was in Grease, too.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where people might know her from. Who else?
Be a great actress, huh?
Something like that. Robert Wool is in this. What the fuck? Arliss is in this.
Oh, that's who that is?
Yeah, you're not good with names, are you?
I'm terrible at names.
He's
James.
a comedian. You should know him.
Yeah,
stand-up comedy.
If you say Arliss, I know that.
Well, yeah. Well, obviously. If you say a show he was in, I know. Who else was in this? Nobody else I really recognize. Anyway, Arliss and this guy are in this fucking movie. We got that. A bunch of, wow, who the fuck is that? Henry Tillman. Very nice. Okay. Whoa. Also, one of the Estevezes is in here that I didn't know.
One?
Ramon Estevez as Ramon Sheen.
Oh, he's going by, okay.
Because I believe that is the dad's real name, I believe, is Ramon Estevez. I believe so. So I think he would be a junior. Oh. December 2nd, 1993. I don't know what the fuck's happening here. Title is, and it's got pictures of Joe Savage, some guy with tattoos all over him and a very hairy chest, Tony Tubbs, who is a big fighter, Henry Tillman, and Yevgeny Sudakov, and it says bare-knuckled fighter jumps in ring with pros. Yeah. I don't know what's going on here.
He's going to throw...
Britt Joe Savage here. Apparently, the wildly...
He has to wear gloves, right?
I think so. I think it's in boxing. They said the wildly tattooed, bald-headed British bare knuckles champ is a machinist by day. If he prides himself on his defense, he doesn't train like it, for apparently this most savage of men doesn't trust what defense he has. Savage trains by ordering his partners to smash him with baseball bats and crowbars, amongst other instruments of torture, and he neither bobs nor weaves to avoid them. His strategy is to get hit in the head with baseball bats.
Just take it.
Wow. When I was 13, I used to fight men for money. It just escalated from there. There's no rounds, no referees. It's just basically who's the last man who can stand up. The quickest fights last about 30 seconds. The longest one lasted about 40 minutes. In 41 unlicensed bare-knuckle bouts, he said he's 41-0, all by knockout. So that's what he says. He said among them is 2 ex-world champs, 2 former Olympic gold medalists, and a bevy of boxing has-beens. He's, well, okay. The bloodletting at Casino Magic will feature 16 of the world's hardest hitting and, for the most part, over-the-hill heavyweights in a one-night tourney of 3-round brawls. At the end of the night, a champion will be crowned. Wow. And you have a chance to earn the $1 million grand prize.
Okay.
I guess each first-round knockout earns a $20,000 bonus. So you're going after people. Other participants in this, Michael Dokes, another alumni, James Bone Crusher Smith, Burt Cooper, he keeps coming back, Tony Tubbs, and, quote, Henry Tillman, and the glass-chinned Olympic champion medalist Tyrell Biggs.
Right.
I think you could say that for Henry, too. So anyway, that's what they're talking about. 15-bout evening is set to begin at 8 o'clock. What a fucking mess that is. $25 to order that on pay-per-view.
$25.
Pay-per-view to watch this shit.
Jesus Christ.
This is the beginning of like UFC, though, kind of. It's kind of like those tough man
Bare
shit.
knuckle
And then that kind of went into that. And then UFC guys used to fight with jeans on back in the day and shit. Like it was a different time.
Or a whole gi.
A whole gi. Yeah, remember that? Yeah. We did one of those guys years ago on this show. November 19th, 1994. Henry Tillman is arrested.
For what?
Didn't expect that one, I bet, here. He's
he
arrested for felony theft and fraud for using a counterfeit credit card at a casino.
Oh, no.
Can't fuck with casinos. They will figure it out and come after you.
Use money there. You have to use real money.
They are... The amount of money they put into lobbying efforts, the cops will come for you. They get
everything they want.
Yeah, they get everything they want.
Yeah.
So November 20th, 94, the headline is Ex-Golden Boy Tillman may get KO'd in court.
Okay.
Yeah. He was caught on videotape allegedly using a counterfeit credit card at the Hollywood Park Casino in an attempt to retrieve $800 at the cashier's booth. When Inglewood police later arrested him, they checked his cell phone and found it had been programmed with a telephone number from someone else's phone also. Okay. Tillman was freed on $100,000 bail after pleading innocent. He was charged with 9 felony counts of grand theft, attempted grand theft, forgery, obtaining a telephone service by fraud, and making false financial statements. That's not good.
Jesus, no.
His attorney says he will be cleared of all.
He didn't do any of this.
They said that he was wearing a Miami Dolphins jersey with his name on the back.
Nice.
Why he's getting custom jersey? Why? I never got why people do that.
Put your own name on the back of a real... Why?
That makes no sense to me. I don't get it.
You would never do it.
No, you're not on this team.
You're not good enough. Stop it.
I mean, it's just as weird to pretend you're another grown man, but at least you're still living in reality at that point, sort of.
Right.
You're not pretending you're on
somebody
the team.
else's shirt.
Yeah. He approached a casino cashier on September 9th and presented a Discover card, which is the number one. They're like, why does an adult man have a Discover card, first of all?
Is that not a good card?
No, you know that's not a good card. You've said Discover's the worst card. Why do you pretend to not know shit sometimes?
I don't
know
that. I just know it's a high.
Make fun of people who have Discover cards all the time. All the time.
It's just high interest rate, right?
It's what you give to college kids because they have no credit.
To deliver, yeah.
And they take it hardly anywhere, and it's a piece of shit card. Yeah. It's not good. No benefits.
There's never anything good.
No. And a driver's license in the name of Ronald Cole.
Oh.
He asked the cashier for $800 and signed a voucher with the phony name. The worker noticed there was a problem with the driver's license, took the card and license to his supervisor. Tillman walked away and drove off, which is not a good sign.
He just left?
You definitely wouldn't do that if it was your own shit.
No.
You wouldn't take off.
I'll take my card back, please.
Yep, leaving everything behind. The check of the card revealed the account number belonged to a New York man who was disputing a $4,556 charge for a computer in Atlanta. Tillman also carried a Visa card in the fictitious name of Henry Walker. So he's just scamming everybody.
What is he doing?
They say that he fraudulently obtained the card using a bogus name and fake social security number. Scamming.
But it's a real card.
It's a real card. Yeah, he just got it in the name of a fictitious person.
Wow.
Whoa. November 23rd, 1994. Henry Tillman here will stand trial on felony fraud charges. It did all of that shit. Yeah, the preliminary hearing. There's enough evidence to do that. Right now, he's 34 years old and pleading innocent, while the police say that he's on videotape doing all this shit.
You're using the card. We have a camera pointed right
see
at
you in your dumb jersey of yourself.
Yeah,
Wonder what
it's
number
got your
he made
name
himself.
on the back.
Yeah. Wonder what number he made himself.
33, you think?
I don't know.
Something like that.
You kind of got to go like 00 of somebody who doesn't exist, because it's weird to see like a 13 with him on the back. You're like, huh?
What the fuck?
The fuck? Dan Marino lost his jersey. He's also accused of using the phony Visa cards, which deputies say that he obtained using the false information, and he ran up a $3,500 balance. He was arrested as he left a golf course. They searched his car, found the clone telephone, one that's billed to another account, and alleged he made $370 in fraudulent calls. This is a fucking mess. He pleaded guilty to, that's not good. He had to plead. Apparently, this is not the first time he's had problems this year, but the first arrest he had this year didn't make the headlines. It flew under the radar. Earlier in the year, he had to plead guilty to using a fraudulent card in Gardena while trying to obtain money from an ATM.
Oh.
This is just what he does and how he rolls.
He just steals money now.
That's all he does. He just steals fucking money. So
I don't think that guy with the dice game was cheating him.
I don't think so either. I'm going to go.
I think he's just stealing.
I think he got mad when he lost and he took the guy's gun and beat him with it. I think that's what
it is. Yeah.
He probably started smacking the guy around. The guy pulled a gun out and he took it from him and beat him with it, probably is what happened. I assume. Next up, Fluff Piece.
Really?
Oh, yeah. There's a fluff piece on him. February 7th, 95. It says Ring of Redemption is the fucking headline. Boxing took Henry Tillman from California Youth Authority to a gold medal in the 84 Olympics. Now facing a criminal trial, he wants to return to the sport. I bet he does. Yeah. He said that I'm going to fight just to stay out. I'm going to fight with all the tools that are necessary to stay out of the institutional system. I can't let it get me down and worried. Yeah, can't let him get down and worried here.
Just lawyers and paperwork now.
That's how it works here. A former, one of these guys that knows him here said he's a guy you can tell has worked really hard on himself and made an improvement in his life. I just hope the charges are not true about him. If guys like him cannot pull themselves out, it doesn't bode well for the other kids who have all been struggling.
Right. He supposedly has money now.
That's when he's supposed to be past all that shit here, which is insane. So he said that basically they said in the history of American Olympics in boxing, the only heavyweight George Foreman has made a faster ascent from novice to champion. That's the hardest punching guy ever, pretty much. He said, Tillman said, I'm always the 1984 Olympic heavyweight gold medal champion, even when I die. All right. Well,
okay.
Let's see here.
Fair enough.
Yep. Hemphill, his girlfriend, they said had a wife now, had opened the doors to a world of business and society that he didn't have before at all. So, he said that was very interesting. They go on from that, but he's a mess. Let's be honest here. He's a mess, and it's not good. It's like a distraction, this fluff piece, basically.
What do you mean?
It's
just to look over here what the left hand's doing while the right hand uses credit cards.
I want to return to boxing because I'm this and that, and he has a trial coming up. So this is like trying to kind of poison the jury in your favor a little bit here. Eventually, if they see a fluff piece on me, they even said they talk about the This is crazy. They talk about that he's been a fixture at the Community Youth Sports and Arts Foundation at Crenshaw Boulevard in Southwest Los Angeles, which works with young people who might be prone to trouble. The guy who runs the place said every time he would fight, he would give some money or equipment to the center. He was always there. It's a total fluff piece. This is, hey, if you see this and you're on my jury, think about what a nice guy.
Good guy. Works with the kids.
He would host Henry Tillman and Friends, a pep rally encouraging kids to stay in school.
Stay in school.
Stay in school, goddammit. Oh, my goodness. After the 92 riots, the former boxer became active with Rebuild L.A. No task seemed too small for Tillman, who had an easy rapport with people that the RLA were trying to reach, said Executive Director Joel Rubenstein, who they said Tillman was someone who didn't need the glamour, the glitz, and the glory.
Right.
My Christ, this is hilarious. This couldn't be more of a fluff piece. He's literally helping children amongst rubble and donating money to underprivileged kids, and holy fucking shit, you've got to be kidding me. Wow. He said, we'll all criticize ourselves. At a certain point, that makes us push harder to prove something, not only to everybody else, but to yourself. Basically, that's what I'm doing now.
It's true.
I'm good now, is what he's saying here. So he's so good, and also he'll be found not guilty, his lawyer insists as well.
Is that right?
He's innocent, as on top of everything else.
He didn't do it.
Did not do it. July 18th, 1995, he pleads guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we knew it was happening. Yep. He made a deal with prosecutors.
Jersey with your name on the back.
Dude, your name is on the back. If your name wasn't on the back, if it said fucking, Clayton on the back or something, it was like from back then, I'm trying to think who the fucking Dolphins still had. We'll just say Marino. If it said Marino on the back, we know it's not you.
There's a Larry Zonka jersey. I don't
care.
give a shit.
Don't give a shit. Yeah, whatever. So, he made a deal with prosecutors, and they said he's expected to be sent to state prison for 32 months.
That's a long time.
That's a good amount of time. Yeah, that's almost 3 years. He admitted that he had presented the Discover card, and they said club officials knew the card was bogus because a hostess recognized the 1984 gold medal winner. You can't say you're somebody else when you're famous, stupid.
Right, yeah.
That doesn't work. They go, oh, no, you're Henry. I know you. You won a gold medal and fought Mike Tyson.
I didn't.
It's 3 times,
Cole.
Stupid. And he was wearing a jacket emblazoned with his last name. So when a worker suspected the problem, he took off, and that's what happened. As we knew about, we got the cloned cell phone and all that kind of thing. His lawyer said that Tillman believed he could have faced a sentence of up to 6 years had he lost at trial. So, January 6th, 1996, headline, ex-boxer allowed to rethink guilty plea.
He can, what?
Apparently he was scheduled to be sentenced, but he was apparently allowed a 2-week delay so that he may consider the guilty plea that he agreed to in July.
I might want to fight this. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was 6 months ago, which is wild. The judge expressed annoyance with the last-minute motion that they... Can you blame him? It was like, what the fuck? The district attorney was perplexed at Tillman's action, saying, I felt we gave him a very generous plea agreement. The fuck is wrong with this guy, basically?
Less than 3 years. He could have got 6 years.
Yeah, that seems good, right? But no. February 7th, 1996, he's going to be sentenced. He said, the guilty plea is good here. Here we go. They found the clone shit and all that. He is sentenced to, you, sir, may fuck off 16 months in prison. So he got half of what he thought he was going to get.
Half of the plea deal.
Yeah, I assume that gets him probably on parole for the other half so they can keep an eye on him. So that is February 7th, 1996. September 8th, 1996. Here's the headline from the whatever Daily Times here. Former boxer Henry Tillman to be charged with murder.
Oh, what'd he do?
That came out of left field.
Yeah.
You know, people, it's a really a long road to it. First you start fucking around with Discover cards. Next thing you know, you're killing people. That's how it works every time.
Discover cards, and in
Slippery
6 months,
slope.
you'll be murdering.
Slippery slope from Discover card to murder, everybody. We all know that shit here. So that's a departure from...
I mean, it's certainly a way to wrap things up.
I would say. Officer Don Cox said Tillman was identified as a suspect in the shooting of Kevin Anderson outside a nightclub. On January 10th, 1996, at 2 a.m., victims Kevin Anderson and Leon Milton were shot outside a nightclub. Anderson died in the hospital several days later. The apparent motive was robbery.
He's robbing folks.
He is fucking literally sticking people up now. That's his. What happened to real estate? What's going on?
He's still got boxing to do, right? He didn't quit.
Oh, no, he's done with boxing. That's over with.
It's over.
It's over.
He has
retired.
none left.
None left. He's done. That's wild. According to the prosecutors here, the charges are expected to carry a special circumstances allegation.
Because of the robbery.
That could send Tillman to death row if he's found guilty.
Oh, my God.
It would also be his third strike as well. So
that's life no matter what.
Either way, he's in deep, deep, deep shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah. By the way, this was from. He's in jail at the moment this is happening.
Yeah.
He's doing his time.
Arrested for the
credit card
Discover
shit.
card shit. Yeah.
That's when they did the investigation and figured out.
Found out he did it.
The guy in jail is the guy who did it in January. So this is a fucking mess for him. He is in jail. So it's not even like he can, quote, fight it at all because he's in jail. There's not much he can really do here. As we know, he had pleaded guilty on that charge of the credit card stuff. Witnesses have identified Tillman as the man who shot Anderson and Milton, both 28 years old residents of California, of Los Angeles. Law enforcement officers are expected to escort Tillman from his jail cell to his arraignment. And this is a fucking disaster. He pleads not guilty.
Yeah.
That's how he pleads here. I don't know what else he can do.
He's
plead guilty to murder.
Yeah.
I mean, what else is he going to do here? May 18th, 1997 here, the judge determines that there is enough evidence to require him to stand trial on murder and attempted murder charges here, which is wild.
Wow.
Next up, January 26th, 2000, the Los Angeles Times. This is not a fluff piece.
No.
The headline here is The Long, Hard Fall of an Olympic Boxer.
It really is depressing, right?
It really is, dude. He had every chance. He made it out, and he was out. Once you're out, you're out. And he went right the fuck back, man. Jesus Christ. That is really, really interesting. And, two, to win the Olympics in your hometown. They were in L.A. How cool is that? How many people get to win the Olympics in their hometown?
Nobody.
Usually you have to go to some fucking foreign country or some place you've never been, Salt Lake City, some horrible place like that. No. He's accused of murder. His former boxing trainer and mentor, remember Smitty?
Yeah.
Who got dumped because he doesn't know shit about boxing?
Yeah, right.
Smitty said, quote, he blew everything.
No shit.
No shit. Oh, my God. They're talking about him marrying the beautiful and successful granddaughter of Jesse Owens and
ruining her legacy.
Destroying Jesse Owens' legacy on top of it. He had become a living symbol of success in his old neighborhood in South Central Los Angeles, driving a Mercedes convertible, wearing designer clothes, and hanging out in restaurants and clubs. He also assumed a high profile in charitable and community building organizations. And they talk about the strike stuff he did and all the stuff we talked about before. They said, so why the hell is he doing this?
Why?
They said that's never been fully explained. Tillman's attorney says it's a simple case of mistaken identity.
Or a lazy man.
Or is he wearing his name on his jacket while he does this shit? They said that at least one witness insists he saw the 6'4" Tillman stride up to a parked car, shove a woman inside, reach inside the window, and open fire. Then follow the car down the street and shot at it some more.
Shot at it while he was walking.
And then got out and chased it. Yeah.
Oh, my.
Wow. At the trial, which opened with jury selection last week, it's expected to last 3 weeks. An air of mystery surrounds it, with lawyers on both sides reluctant to talk, and the prosecution hinting that deep intrigue lies beneath the surface. To which the defense attorney said, quote, it's a typical murder case. It's just that the defendant happens to be a former Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah.
His lawyer, he's apparently got like a high-profile lawyer here.
How?
I don't know. He's known for his TV commentary in the O.J. Simpson murder case, insisted that Tillman would be cleared. Okay.
Fascinating.
He said that, and also the prosecutor conceded that the case against Tillman was very, very difficult. Because they have no physical evidence. They're going on eyewitness accounts. They said no gun was recovered, and although the shooting took place outside a crowded club at closing time, most witnesses vanished into the night. They said people are reluctant to get involved. They're just scared, is what the prosecutor said. And when you hear gunshots, everyone goes, and scatters. You don't go, I'm going to look and see where these gunshots are coming from. You fucking get out of the way.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I mean, what the fuck, man? So, yeah, they said that he's in trouble here. They said that at first he was, that's funny. They talked to Smitty, and Smitty said he was raw when I got him. He ate with his hands. So, yeah, I know. He ate with his hands. That's what
just a wild animal.
Okay. He
Real
said
barnyard.
Smitty said he taught him table manners.
Oh, taught him keep your elbows off and use a fork.
Jesus Christ. He said Henry could have been another Ali. He was a beautiful boxer, so smooth. Oh, man. But he wasn't another Ali at all.
No.
He said that in 1987, Tillman took Smitty out to dinner at a Century Boulevard restaurant. Quote, he told me he was going to leave me, recalled Smith, who said Tillman felt he had outgrown him. And this guy said it was a sad occasion.
No
same year, that was the same year he became engaged and all that and everything here. Apparently, I don't know, it doesn't say whether she's with him or not, or I don't understand what's going on there, but so they talk about him. Yeah, his wife. I don't know if his wife is going to
sticking by
stay
his side or if she's going to abandon him.
She's going to go, this is crazy. I work with Oprah.
You're a murderer and I got shit to do.
Go on. Yeah. That is fucking wild. One of the guys who was a project manager at a charity said he's a very giving, happy-go-lucky guy. He was well known in L.A. He was a neighborhood figure who made it big.
Right.
Okay, that's great. Both of them, they said they ran into him a few times on the golf course. Also, Smitty said he was a follower. He got involved with the wrong people. He missed having money, and he wanted to make money through gambling. That's when he was arrested for the bad credit cards and all that shit. Tillman said, I've suffered from a long history of gambling addiction, which I am very ashamed has taken over my life. That's what he wrote in court during sentencing. Found myself in a social environment that was not within the guidelines of the principles and morals that my parents have always taught me. Okay. Interesting. So that was his excuse, was I fucked up.
Yeah.
They said that one guy here, Bruce Benner, a Chicago-based psychologist who gives career counseling to retired athletes, said he spent a couple of months exploring job possibilities with Tillman. He said Tillman had significant obstacles to employment, including his criminal record and no education.
Yeah.
He said on the positive side, Henry's a very loquacious individual. He's certainly not stupid. He's a guy who, if grew up in white bread America, would probably have a college degree and a successful career. Yeah, it said that Tillman got a job in New York selling long-distance services to companies, but he never felt at home in New York. He wanted to go back to L.A.
Oh, that's why he was out there.
Yeah, January 9th, 1996 was comedy night at the Townhouse nightclub and restaurant, and the club was packed. This happened at a fucking comedy show, Jimmy.
Shot people outside of a comedy show?
Not a fucking nightclub.
Yeah.
A comedy show.
Wow.
It was goddamn comedy night. Kevin Anderson and Leon Milton were customers that night, and as was a young woman named Lori Meadows. The three left slightly before the club's closing time of 2 a.m. After Anderson and Milton were in their car, Meadows leaned into the driver's side window and began to flirt with them, she testified at the hearing.
Yeah.
She then said she heard a man behind her say, quote, "Move, bitch."
Yeah.
Move, bitch. All of a sudden, I got pushed out of the way, and she fell down to the sidewalk. She said, when I looked up, I seen him with his hand in the window, and then I heard the gunshot. The car sped off, and the gunman jumped into a nearby car and gave chase into the fog. It's a foggy night. Moments later, she heard several more gunshots. She ran to Milton and Anderson's car a block away. Both had been shot. Anderson was covered in blood, and she was yelling, get help to everybody.
Yeah.
Meadows' description is missing one crucial detail, and that is the gunman's identity. She described him as tall, stocky, and broad-shouldered. But look in the courtroom during the preliminary hearing, she said Tillman wasn't the guy she saw.
That's not him.
That's not him. only one witness at the hearing, a customer named Willis Colbert, named Tillman as the killer. She said, Mr. Tillman came toward the car and things happened so fast. He reached into the car and all we heard was a shot from that side. Then he saw Tillman follow the victims in his car and pull alongside them. That's the thing what car was he driving? Was that his car? Yeah. That's how we can really figure this out.
Yeah.
The surviving victim, Milton, had refused to cooperate with authorities, saying he did not want to be a snitch.
Is that what we're at? You got shot, man.
You got shot and your friend's dead. What are we talking about here? And you're not, this isn't like in a gang thing where now I'm going to kill more members of their gang. You got shot outside a comedy club by an Olympic boxer who beat Mike Tyson. This is a totally different world we're living in.
Probably watching bad comedy.
I guarantee you anything with a comedy night is that's bad comedy. They have it once in a while is what that means. So they don't know how to book, and that's bad. So they said the detective said that Milton had told him, I tried to find a picture of Henry Tillman so I could take care of him myself. So he had told the detective what happened, but he said, I was going to go kill him myself. I was going to go
fix it, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't need to call the cops. So it's interesting. They say Anderson, a father of 3, had a criminal record that included a firearms conviction, and Milton has a lengthy record of firearms and drug convictions, won a 30-year federal sentence in 1997 as a part of an alleged crack cocaine ring that stretched to Nebraska.
Yeah.
So Milton said the gunman tried to take his diamond necklace and Rolex. That's what happened here.
Yeah.
They said, well, what would prompt a well-known figure, a man described as gentle and caring by friends, to commit such a crime? Could the gentleness have been a facade? Gee, you think so?
Right.
His job was to punch people in the face. Yeah, usually. Not only that, why would a guy with his own name on his shirt try to use somebody else's credit card?
Yeah, that's a good point, too. It's not like he thinks things through. He just thinks he's going to get away with it.
That's it. His marriage has broken up, according to Gina, who said they divorced about 2 years ago, but she still cares about him.
Yeah, I care about the guy.
Cared about. Just when he started really fucking up, though, I got rid of him, but I still care. She said, I still believe 100% in his innocence, and it breaks my heart to see him go through this. Hopefully this will be over soon so he can move on with his life. He's a good person with a great heart and great spirit. One thing that's good that I haven't heard is they didn't have 5 fucking kids or anything like that. Right. I haven't heard kids, which is good. His friends say he remains optimistic. Mm-hmm. Smitty said he seemed very positive about beating his case. You ask me if he did it, I say Henry Tillman would not hurt a fly unless someone hurts him first.
Really?
Okay, the trial begins on January 30th, 2000.
Mm-hmm.
And, it is a straight-up murder trial.
Boy.
They're saying it was a .38 revolver.
Well,
over prosecutor. The prosecutor said that Milton will testify about a stare down at the club with Tillman. A woman had 2 confrontations with Tillman the night of the shooting will also testify.
Oh.
She'll testify that's the flirter.
Yeah.
That she was flirting with Anderson when Tillman pushed her to the ground and began firing. Tillman's defense attorney postponed opening statements until after the prosecution presents its case, which is a little quirk of trials that is an interesting thing. As a defense person, you don't have to give your opening in the beginning of the case. You can wait for the prosecution to be done with their whole case, then give an opening before the defense's case. You're allowed to do that. That's an option that you have. I don't know if it's different from state to state, but in most states that's an option. It's a strategy thing, exactly. February 1st, 2000, a witness partly recants his ID of Tillman.
Oh.
Refuses to repeat the statement he made to investigators. Interesting. Very, very interesting. They said that they told jurors that the deputy district attorney told the jurors he had some difficulty with reluctant witnesses, some of whom are refusing to testify or changing their stories because what he called the fear factor.
Oh.
So the second witness at the trial refused to admit this. And that is Murphy Richardson. They said, is this the guy you saw at the club? And Richardson, a 40-year-old real estate agent who helped stage the club's weekly comedy nights, said, I believe so. I'm not certain. I believe so. And then later on in his testimony, he said he may have been there. I'm not sure. Maybe it was someone that looked similar to Mr. Tillman.
Oh.
And he also didn't recall telling investigators that Tillman stuck out in the crowd because he's large. He added that some of his friends might resemble Tillman.
Okay.
So they asked him if he felt threatened, and he said no. And they said, why are you changing the story? Because you're under oath and you lied before? And he said no. It's like, well, if you've told two different stories, one of them isn't true. He said he couldn't be sure in his identification while being asked questions that are going to affect this person's life. I would like it to be known that I'm not certain. Wow. That's fucking funny. They said, you were afraid the media would pick this case up and plaster your name all over the LA Times? And he said, yes. And I'm reading this out of the LA Times. So, yeah. Right. He said he saw it coming, the prosecutor. So that's what happens here. The judge and various media outlets have not agreed to the prosecutor's requests of keeping everybody's names under wraps as John and Jane Doe. So they said it's the policy of the Los Angeles Times to identify adult witnesses who testify at public trials unless they're the victims of sexual assaults. Fair enough. But they said two different witnesses who testified could identify Tillman as the gunman into a late model Lincoln Continental. They said that the shooting had happened after a confrontation they have. So it's interesting. The Richardson guy said it was a foggy night and told the jury he heard two blasts of gunfire that seemed to come from the same gun. He believed the shots were fired from a semi-automatic weapon, said they could have come from a .357 Magnum revolver. If that's possible.
Similar sound.
Yeah. The first witness, Darren Wheeler, said he was flirting with two women when he turned his head and saw a man walk up to the Lincoln in the parking lot. He couldn't identify the man who pointed a small gun at the car, except to describe his hands. Do they have giant red gloves on them? Is that a thing?
Do they say Everlast on the wrist?
Is there at all? Is that a thing possible? Were they taped up? That's another one. Were they all taped? Because that could be him too. Yeah. So the trial continues. Crime scene evidence shown at the trial of Tillman here. They spent most of the day, the prosecutors, laying out the crime scene evidence, a blood-spattered beeper, 3 mangled .38 bullets, and a palm print, but came no closer to linking Tillman to all of these things. Witnesses at the trial, let's see, one of them here, Superior Court, included LAPD patrol officer, a watch commander, a detective, and fingerprint and firearms experts. Okay. But the crime scene yielded little. There's no murder weapon, no hair or fiber evidence, and only one palm print taken from a window of the Continental. According to the testimony, the print belongs to a witness named Lori Meadows, who was talking to Milton and Anderson. She's the one. She's the move bitch
in the window. Yeah.
Move bitch. Yeah. She's expected to testify initially and identified Tillman, but then recanted. Wow. They said that waffling witnesses have plagued the prosecution's case.
It's not helpful, that's for sure.
No. The first officer on the scene said that 60 people were milling around the shooting scene when they arrived at the townhouse at the nightclub. But when she asked if anyone had seen anything, most raised their hands and walked away. Not me. She said a half a dozen witnesses gave police written statements. 2 of them testifying had recanted parts of their stories. So who the fuck knows, basically. Yeah. February 4th, 2000, there is a witness saying a woman described by other witnesses as, quote, the white girl with the ghetto twang Thursday, identified boxing gold medalist Henry Tillman as the gunman who killed one man and gravely wounded another. Lori Meadows, who said fear drove her to recant her identification of Tillman at a preliminary hearing, spoke in a sure, clear voice telling Superior Court jury that she was certain that Tillman was the gunman. Now she's positive of it. This is very confusing if you're on the jury. You know what I mean? That's a lot. So they also told her that she could be prosecuted for perjury if her trial testimony differed from the story she told at the preliminary hearing.
Right.
She declined the judge's offer for an attorney and testified. She told jurors that she had decided to come forward because the victims were her friends. She said 4 years ago, for 4 years I've been living with this conscience, knowing who did it. In cross-examination, they suggested there might be incentives for her to identify him, and she said no. She revealed that she is in federal custody facing a charge of possession of cocaine with the intent to deliver.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she said that carrying a possible prison sentence of 0 to 13 years.
This is the woman,
She's got some motivation. Mm-hmm. This isn't a federal trial, but still.
No, but it looks bad.
Yeah, she said that no deal has been struck for her testimony. Okay. She recounts the night that night. She said it began when she stepped on a man's toe while carrying 2 drinks she bought at during last call at the bar.
Okay.
She said, as I was walking, I tripped over someone's foot. I spilled my drink on my hand and said, "Excuse me, I'm sorry." And the man responded in a deep voice, "Yeah, 'cause I kill fuckers like you."
Jesus.
It shocked her. Like, dang, did I do something that bad? She said as she walked away. She told Milton about the man, one of the victims, and he told her not to worry about it, that man had been staring at Milton all crazy all evening. Fuck that guy, basically.
Yeah.
Anderson also told her, "Don't worry, he's ignorant." As she spoke to her friends, the man continued to glare at them. She identified the man as Tillman. She next saw Tillman outside the club leaning into the Continental, laughing and joking. She heard a deep voice say, "Move, bitch," as she was knocked to the pavement. She looked up and saw Tillman pointing a gun. It appeared to be a .38 caliber revolver into the car and struggling to push it away. She heard a shot, then Milton's car sped away. She looked Tillman dead in the face and screamed, "Somebody do something, somebody help." Then he leaped into his car, a boxy older Oldsmobile, and gave chase. She heard 3 to 4 more shots, but at that point, all she could see were taillights. She and a friend followed in their car. They made a wrong turn, and by the time they circled back, a crowd had gathered beside the Lincoln, which had crashed. Inside, Anderson and Milton had passed out, just laid out in the car. Got shot, bleeding out.
One's dead and one's shot.
They get a second witness here. Leon Lewis, the club manager, testifies that he saw Tillman, who he's known for 17 years.
Oh, Jesus.
At the Townhouse nightclub about a half hour before closing time. So Tillman can't say he wasn't there.
He was there.
Yeah, they say for sure. Lewis's testimony gave the district attorney a break from a string of witnesses who offered some changing stories here. So that's interesting. So Meadows, the move bitch, said, "I knew it was him just by the way he walked, his structure, the way he struts. He's got an odd way of walking." Yeah, I would say. I guess within 3 weeks of the shooting, Meadows, the woman, had picked Tillman's picture out of a photo lineup, telling police that he looked similar to that man who did that. So she tried to get out of it, but she ended up, like I said, testifying that way. Apparently, by the way, she is on charges of possession of 13 kilos of cocaine.
Oh my God!
To distribute.
She's a drug dealer.
She didn't have a little bit. That's a
she's
shitload of coke.
trafficking. Yeah.
13 kilos is a lot. So they say there's a headline here: "Secrecy envelops the Tillman proceedings." They said no testimony was heard on this day as developments in the case were shrouded in secrecy and conducted behind closed doors in the judge's chambers. So we don't know what the hell's going on here.
Yeah.
There might be something. I don't know if there's a deal being worked out or what. But February 15th, 2000, mistrial declared.
What?
In Tillman case. Oh, yeah. Mistrial is declared as saying that the prosecutor failed to fully disclose the criminal record of a police informant who agreed to testify against Tillman. Yeah. And the judge said, "I don't grant this mistrial lightly, but the bottom line is everyone here is to get a fair trial."
Yes.
That is fair. So this is a mess. I think that had to do with the Meadows woman, or it could have been really anybody.
Yeah.
So the defense said there's been a lot of hiding the ball with respect to witnesses, saying to this day, I have not received all that I know is out there. So they're saying I haven't gotten discovery. They cited prosecutorial misconducts as grounds for the mistrial, but stopped short of accusing the district attorney of deliberate deception.
Yeah, right.
The defense attorney said, "If I believed for a second that Mr. Duarte intended to deceive me, I'd be calling the state bar." That's what the judge said. So, yeah, that's what's going on here. They said that the defense attorney said the police logs revealed that the informant agreed to cooperate in the Tillman matter on January 13th, 1997. After that, the lawyer said that he was given 2 sweetheart deals, although the guy was eligible for both a 3rd felony strike that would have automatically sent him to prison for 25 to life.
Right.
So one of the witnesses here. This is crazy. So they ended up dismissing a perjury charge against somebody else and allowing him to plead guilty to a more minor offense. In the meantime, this witness was arrested and jailed in an attempted grand theft case, and in that case, the judge dismissed the strike, saying the case was too weak, and sentenced him to 2 years in prison. So they're talking about this guy has a lot of motivation to cooperate, basically.
Sure.
They said that the defense attorney seemed most disturbed by the Santa Monica case. I'm sorry, this is somebody else. Pointed out that the prosecutor himself made several recent court appearances as that guy's prosecutor, the guy that he didn't tell about the case. So basically, he definitely knew about it, is what they're saying. The judge said, "I was never told about this conviction," so the judge didn't know about it. The judge said that basically that only a mistrial would fix this. February 24th, 2001, former Olympian here, he plea bargains.
Really?
Oh yeah. He does a plea bargain here. This is fucking interesting.
That's still a third strike, right? If you plea.
Well, maybe that's part of it here. He'd been scheduled to go on trial again. The first murder trial ended in a mistrial because Tillman has been in jail since 96. 5 years he's been in jail.
Dang.
The plea bargain offered by prosecutors will leave him a year left to serve.
He only has to be in there another year?
Another year for a murder.
Holy.
The spokeswoman for the district attorney's office said it was an appropriate resolution at this time. In other words,
right?
We were getting nothing. We were
Yeah.
getting nothing. That is, wow. I don't even know what the fuck to say about that. Wow, that is remarkable. So he is all fucked up, this guy, at this point. He's sitting around.
But he's only got a year to go.
It's crazy that he's like, he shot Kevin Anderson or allegedly. Well, no, he pleaded guilty to it.
Right.
He shot this guy in the eye. He shot
Yikes.
Milton in the chest, but he recovered. Kevin Anderson was shot in the eye and died from a stroke 2 days later.
Oh, my God.
Because he was shot in the fucking eye.
In the face, yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ. In the face?
In the face.
In the face. I mean, Jesus Christ. He doesn't know where to go. Where do you fucking go from here if you're this guy?
You got to get something to eat, right?
You got to get something to eat. You got to get something. You got to go.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Like, what's he going to do for a job now? Who's going to hire?
Where are you going to work? Who's going
an
to hire
Olympian? Like he had a hard time getting jobs before he killed a guy.
Right.
I don't know what the fuck he's going to do, but I mean, he's got a lot of time to think about it.
Yeah.
And luckily for him, someone's been paying attention to his plight, and he hears a knock at the door.
That's great.
And you know who that is, everybody. It's Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
CEO, former whatever the fuck of WWE, and apparently terrible driver of his Bentley.
He's a bad guy.
And he says, "How is it you've come to arrive here? Look at you. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. I see you. You're a natural. You're an athlete, number one. You're an athlete. You're very vascular. I like that.
Olympic, for Christ's sake.
You're a killer. That's good.
Yeah.
That's excellent. You have no moral basement, which is really what I look for in any person that I would like to be around.
Worst.
So,
Worst of the worst.
My God, look at you. You're a specimen. I have a whole new thing for you now. Come on. We're going to get you. Oh, yeah. Hey, you think you could take a suplex? What do you think of that? Suplex? Huh? Oh, yeah. Oh, we're going to get this guy taking suplexes. And poof, in a pile of 1099s.
A pile of them, yeah.
In a pile of 1099s and fucking
of
accident reports.
Sweat. Yeah.
It's, poof, he's gone. And Henry's very upset because he's like, I would have done that.
I could use the work.
I could use the work, I'll be honest with you. So, I mean, yeah, he's in a world of shit. It's like, okay, a guy like him, too, the way he came up, you kind of want a guy like that to do well.
Sure, yeah.
You root for a guy who pulls himself out of shit.
Yeah.
You do. I mean, we all rooted for Tyson. Tyson had 100 arrests before he was 15 years old.
Bad kid, yeah.
And we all said, oh, wow, he found something to put his energy in that was great.
Yeah.
That's terrific. And you root
we
for
were all
people.
Shocked when he was a bad guy later.
It's shocked. But you root for people who were in situations not of their own making that sucked, basically. Yeah. And if you come up as a child in a shit area with no money, that's not really your doing that you ended up there.
Yeah.
So you feel all that shit. You feel kind of happy for the guy, and then when he fucks up a little bit, you almost feel bad for him.
Yeah.
And then after a while, you don't feel so fucking bad for him anymore. Yeah. But you may still feel bad for Henry Tillman from London, England. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
He works at Grayson's Peak Services. I don't know what the fuck that is, but he's an English guy. Henry Tillman, general laborer at Memco, which is a Merrick Employment Management Company. So he's a day laborer in Garden City, Louisiana.
Ouch.
Jesus Christ. Henry Tillman, design drafter at Valmont Industries in Lakeville, Minnesota. Got to have that. Henry Tillman, director of publications at Southern University and A&M College. So there's that. So there he is. He's doing that.
There's a lot of different guys.
Tillman was released from custody in late 2002. Okay. So he barely did any time at all for this.
Unbelievable.
January 6th, 2004, which he's been arrested on January 6th before.
Yeah.
He's arrested by Las Vegas Police Department and charged with fraudulent possession, transfer, and use of documents. He's doing it again. Doing it again. July 13th, 2004, he is sentenced again, this time in, this is federal identity theft charges.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. He is in a world of shit here. A judge sentences him to, you, sir, he pleads guilty, by the way, you, sir, may fuck off, 37 months in a federal prison.
Okay.
For him. Apparently, he was charged with fraudulent possession and transfer and use of documents. Authorities said a woman tried to pass a counterfeit check off in the amount of $2,838 at a Las Vegas bank, but fled in Tillman's car after the teller became suspicious. Hey, not a good idea to do that. We figured that out.
Idiots.
Police searched the car and arrested 5 other people as well.
Oh, there's 7 people?
How many people are in this fucking car? I don't know if they were all in the car. Police found 6 fake driver's licenses, 18 bad checks in various company names, and 8 counterfeit credit cards.
Wow.
Tillman and another man provided counterfeit checks and identification to the woman who cashed them for a 10% cut.
Oh, boy.
According to the guilty plea.
Yeah.
Holy shit. So we don't know when he got out, but he's out now. He is on fucking Twitter here.
Really?
He is at Henry Tillman. And it just says Henry won the Olympic gold medalist, won the Olympic gold medalist in boxing. So he fucks up his intro is fucked up.
Yeah.
In 1984, his path to the gold medal included twice beating Mike Tyson in the heavyweight division. He has 209 followers and has never posted. And he didn't mention the murder charge. His net worth, it said, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
This is why you don't believe net worth shit.
All right.
He has one source estimates his net worth at $10 million.
Wow.
He has nothing. He's fraudulently.
He's literally stealing.
He was stealing $800 from a fucking Discover card in the 90s. Where do you think he's at now with his money?
And he just got caught trying to steal $2,800.
Jesus Christ, man. So can't get enough of Henry Tillman.
We've had enough.
We get some more for you. You can get a Henry Tillman autographed. It's a Stroh's Fight Night at the Forum program. Yeah. And he signed the front of it. Henry Tillman, gold medalist, NABF, and California state champ, it says on it. He is
proud of himself.
He really is. That's $150, that thing.
What the fuck?
$150 for this guy's fucking autograph. And then there is an original poster, vintage poster of the Iron Mike Tyson versus Henry Tillman poster, but Tillman's picture's not even on it.
No?
It says Tyson versus Tillman, big picture of Tyson, and then underneath it, a big picture of George Foreman versus Rodriguez. So those are the 2 big stars.
Rodriguez and Tillman don't get even their picture on it.
No. That's $50, but that's a big, old-timey poster. That's fine.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
$150 or best offer. Someone offer $12 and see if they'll take it.
That's your best offer, motherfucker.
Let's do it.
He's a plea bargain to murderer.
That's what we're doing here. So there you go. That is Henry Tillman, everybody.
And watch the fuck out.
Watch out. Yeah, who knows where he's at. I mean,
it could be anywhere.
That was 2006. That was 20 years ago. I'm hoping he's too tired. He's 65 at this point.
Right.
Social Security, I don't know, helping him out.
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on with this guy.
Better hope.
I am fucking worried because he was a disaster. This is a guy who twice looked across the ring and said, yeah, sorry, Mike. Better luck next time. Holy shit. That is impressive, man.
Bone up on that hook, Mike.
Yeah, look at that hook a little better. You might fucking do it. He beat Mike Tyson with a broken rib.
Yeah, Mike only knocked him down because he hit him in a broken rib.
He
already had from someone else.
Yeah. So this whole fight, he was guarding his rib more than other shit.
And still beat him.
And still won on points.
Wow.
So he had skills. So there you go. If you enjoyed this show, get on whatever app you're on and give us 5 stars. It helps drive the show up the charts, and we have no idea why. But it does. So do that. Thank you so much for doing that. Head over to shutupandgivememurder.com. Get all of your bonus material. Oh, no, that's Patreon. No, shutupandgivememurder.com is where you get tickets. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
Tickets for Small Town Murder live shows. We got Philly, DC, and Seattle right now that are available, so get those while you can because they're selling out fast. So get in there and see us. Also, tons of merch on there. Shutupandgivememurder.com. At Crime and Sports is where you follow on social media. Patreon.com/crimeinsports. That's where you get, first of all the bonus stuff, number one, but even more than that. There's way more. You're going to get, number one, bonus shit, hundreds of episodes of bonus stuff you've never heard before immediately upon subscription. Then you get 2 new ones every other week, one Crime and Sports, one Small Town Murder, and you get them all, baby.
All of them.
All of them. And you also get, by the way, I'll tell you the episodes, then we'll get into that. Crime and Sports, we're going to do more amusement park and industrial disasters this week. It's been a long time. A disaster potpourri, everybody. Then for Small Town Murder, we're going prisoner dating game again. You know how that works. We line up 4 bachelors, 4 bachelorettes. For Jimmie here, the only thing they have in common is they are all violent felons that are currently incarcerated and looking for love.
Oh, yes.
And Jimmie's going to pick one of each based on nothing more than their profile description. And then we get to find out the fun part after he's picked them, what they did. Which is fun. How bad of a mistake did he make? So that's a lot of fun.
Who are they really?
Who are they really? So that is patreon.com/crimeinsports. You get all of that. And you not only get that, you also get Crime and Sports, Small Town Murder, Your Stupid Opinions, all ad-free through Patreon as well. And by the way, some people, I know they do this because Sarah does it and other people, you take the RSS feed and you can put it into your whatever app is your favorite for podcasting, and you could do that. So you don't have to listen to everything on the Patreon app. Nice. You can do it through Spotify or through whoever. It's fucking cool. So check all that out and come see us. And what else do they get? Oh, yeah, they get a shout out at the end of the show. That's right. Yeah. Patreon.com/crimeinsports. Jimmie, hit me with the names of the most wonderful fucking people in the world who would never, ever, ever murder us in a car and then continue to carry a Discover card. Hit me with them right now.
This week's executive producer, Christy Hines, Kyle Norwig, Gary Howard, Jessica Shelton, Ali Deutsch, and Amanda. Thank you all so much for everything you do. You're fantastic. Other producers this week are Peyton Meadows. Happy birthday, Barnyard. Whoever Barnyard is, I hope it's a great day. Janice Hill, happy hour checking in Galveston, Texas at the beach.
Oh, boy.
You better, if it gets cloudy, get the fuck out of there. Exact Tax Solutions, Bill Thrash. No, that's Bill Trash Panda Clausen. Shakai 9000, Jessica Lynn, Katie with no last name, Heather Zawi Slack. Oh, boy. Bever, Ornelas? What did I do? Is that Beverly? And I think it's Beverly. Whoops a daisy. Heidi Allen, Amelia Bibbles, Michael King, Mark with no last name, Dion with no last name, Jen Pappenhagen, Don Tasele, Kelly Truesdale, Jelena Bogich, Dina with no last name, Alex Kubeska, T.A. Melissa maybe, Jenny Martin, Vex with no last name, Jason Mick, Rodney Hogan, Colby Hansen, Heed, nope, that's Head, maybe it's me, Head Asshole. There it is.
Maybe it's Heed.
It's not Heed, it's Head.
Heed,
right.
Asshole.
Yeah, you get it. M, J, and L, those letters. Tracy Wood, Allie with no last name, Travis 77, Anna Nelson, Drusilla, that's right. Cool. Karen Clark, Jerry Rothman, and Nikki M, Nicholas Loney, Kristen Wells, Frank Caiello, Brooke and Emberly, Joseph Carney, Katie W., Cecilia Bowen, Jake LaRasse, Leif Ruana, Stacy Z, Chris Riley, Lisette Marte, maybe Marty, Mindy Brashear, Nathan Cowan, Jessa, Rimland, Alex Carter, Lift Heavy, Run Long, Angela McBriar, Christy Reed, Katarina Nemitz, Aaron, what? Aron?
Having some troubles today.
That
you
is
got this.
Aurora, but then Aaron at the end there. PB Ace.
Maybe Aurora and Aaron.
Perhaps. It's two people. Hanny.
Aurora.
Hane? Schmeichel? Schmeckel? Is your name Schmeckel?
Hey, Schmeichel. Thank you, Schmeichel.
Haney? Haney. Elizabeth Thornton. Melinda Franks. Ashley Martinez. Carla McDonald. Cynthia with no last name, Chantel Chambers, Vincent Quigney, Aaron Gunther, Alicia L., Lee Taylor, Lord Travis Baroker, the first of his name, Cale Cavender, Jess with no last name, Jeremy St. Hillary, Meg Norris, Lil Bit, Batty Ray, Jane Wolf, Kate with no last name, Bethany Bolt, Kate with a K and an 8, Colin with no last name, Ashley Howard, Jana with no last name, Chiquita DeJesus, Ashley Rain, Paula Friesen, A Bald Stang, Brian Bailey, Justin with no last name, Eliza Jane, Kira Pritchard, Steve Hayes, Tara Bush, KT with no last name, Brian Greeley, T-Doc 72, Cake with no last name, or it's a shoe or a steak. But it could be cake. Courtney with no last name. Edward Seisler, Brandy Kemp, Alyssa Mize, Dana Mueller, Chris Harris, Kelly Stewart, Grace Johnson, Danny Carpenter, Maggie King, Jacqueline Price, Aaron Buell, Tobias and Sarah, Jalen Gardner, Maura Carney, Dorothy Collins, Aaron Kettle, Amanda Ledin, Shannon G, Courtney Diane, Robert Wojtek, Hellboy 2112, Danielle Charles, Leanne Carter, Summer Pike Smith, Johnny with no last name, Lori Wiley, Catherine Vanaglia, is that right? Matt Adelano, Karen McDonald, Marty Rice, right? D with no last name, Julie Gallagher, Andrea Wadule, Cassandra Maloney, Jerry King, Shane Vowell, Sarah Woods, Jamie Curtis. Or without the Lee. J.C. Coral with no last name. The Trojan one. Nathaniel Stevens. Jax with no last name. JDC. Sam Richardson. Alexander in Uganda. John Madden. How about that?
From the dead.
There he is. Viad, 8. Paul Christopherson, Richard John Schmidt, Brendan Willie, Jill E, April Davis, Shay Grant, Richard Bologna, Desiree Carey, Angelina with no last name, Chris Rexrat Harris, Jesus, Maddie Kelly, Sid Jenkins, Webby 1978, Fran Strouch, David Benefil, possibly the dog food, David Hunt, Kayla with no last name, Blake Malone, Guinea Gilbert, Ivan Solis, P, just the letter P, Andrea Razzo, Rich Bergen, the Video Games Show podcast, Heather Shable, and all of our patrons. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much, everybody. You fantastic, wonderful, lovely,
my God,
amazing bastards.
You're
we love
wonderful.
you so much. You magnificent fucks. Thank you for all that you do for us all the time. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for keep coming back and listening to our bullshit. We really, really appreciate it. You want to follow us on social media, shutupandgivememurder.com is the place to go. It has everything and everywhere and every direction. Drop-down menus will take you where you want to go. So keep coming back because we can't stop coming back.
Yeah.
Live from the Crime and Sports Studios. We will see you next week.
Bye.